Urban?
Mortal Kombat.
Wait, turn off Mortal Kombat? What are you doing over there?
I'm playing it. I'm
What if you
playing
did
it.
this? What if we did this? We play Mortal Kombat as combat. Like, if you're playing like two monks fighting each other, you're like, okay, hey, cool, you're about to go into initiative. Okay, here you go. And then you have to load up Mortal Kombat, and the DM has to fight you.
That is literally how I wanted to run the tournament, low key. I was just gonna load up a whole other fighting game and have you guys duke it out one-on-one and see who wins.
Alright,
That'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna spam high punch.
I've had the game pause for like the last
Automatically.
hour because my friend called me and then we were just talking for so much longer than I thought we would.
Speaking of talking longer than I thought we would, are you guys ready to start?
No, I need 12 more minutes.
Alright.
Julian, I feel for you.
Anyways, picking up from where we last left off then. You and your party ventured beneath Ankarel and braved the city sewers in search for prisoners taken by the artifact-wielding serpent cult planning to topple Ankarel's order. You encountered and spoke with a few denizens residing within a secluded section of the sewers and learned one of their number, a goblin named Mung, had recently gone missing. And so you took it on yourselves, the task of finding this individual, along with others that have been taken by the cult of Zahir. You were bestowed a few parting gifts before you ventured forth onwards deeper into the sewers. As far as I remember, a pair of digging claws and a rat summoning dinner bell. Those are all found on the treasure folder in the journal tab. Deeper into the sewers, you've encountered Greep, a Myconid sovereign whose circle suffered great casualties by the hand of the cult. Fate's fortune united in saving Greep from a couple of hook monstrosities, and thus the sovereign allied with you in your quest to destroy the cult. In due time, with the aid of Riot's navigation and your rat allies, you found an entrance to the cult's hideout. Opting to forgo disguises, you approached the doors and encountered its defenders, a mind-reading slave master and his brood guard. So you attempted deceit. The guards recognized you as outsiders to the cult. So Julian, you resorted to acting upon the slave master's greed and bribed the guards to buy your way in. Beyond the doors, you were advised to join the others in the main chamber, where a sermon and grand feast was underway. Instead, you went charging and busting open the cult's prison doors. In the ensuing altercation, you've slain all but one of the cult's guards. Now, their bodies litter the floor, and their blood intermingles with that flowing off the sacrifice dais at the center of the room which we find ourselves in as I load us into our map.
That recap reminds me, I want my gold back.
A nauseating miasma drifting from incense-burnt ensconces throughout the room assaults your senses, and as you continue to breathe in this ritual fragrance, you find yourselves having to struggle to shake off that mesmer as waves of dreamlike stupor wash over you. You push on, lest this place swallow you whole, body and mind both. A blood-stained altar stands in the middle of this room. It has shackles bolted to its top. Grooves run down the altar to gutters on the floor, allowing spilled blood to drain into the walls. Clay urns throughout overflow with wet bones and gore. You witness Riot, the druid among you, whisper a prayer to the Wild Mother and enhance his cat claws and caustic sap. As Riot's claws sizzle through the metal portcullis bars like a hot knife through butter, the rest of the party watch as drips of acid evaporate in smoke off the stone floor, and within minutes, Riot rends a 4-foot-wide hole, and an equally large piece of the portcullis creaks and snaps off onto the ground, the metal's clamor muted by the sound of ritual drums and sibilating rivalry. A skinny, malnourished-looking goblin hangs chained up to the far side of this jail cell you find yourselves looking into. You also hear muffled sobs and moans rising from pits, 4 of them, circular iron grates covering each. "Nice going," says the goblin, restrained to the wall. "Be careful not to do that to me hands when you get the cuffs." He nods to his restraints. "Get me out, and I'll wait for you lot halfway out." What do you wish to do?
This is the goblin that they were asking us to find, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Winston, you want to pick the lock?
I think that you should use your delicate fingers for this. And when in doubt, use this trusty lockpick right here.
Alright.
We need a little bit of finesse. Something so brutish might, actually hurt our captive. Let's get him out of here.
I think Mung would rather the option that has the best chance of maintaining his hands.
Fair enough. I will try to pick the lock. I'll use a psionic die. No reason not to. 16.
With a 16, you need not for a key. You picklock first the arm restraints, letting the goblin fall to the floor, and then move toward his feet manacles and unlock them as well. He rubs his cuffs. "Name's Mundungus Saltimuck, Powderman and Blast Hole Driller at your service. You're not part of the 4-man's crew, so I take you are not here on Zala's coin. So either Ivandra gives a fart about little old me, or I got me some friends in good places. Either way, I'm happy to see you folk."
Well, we're
Hey,
happy
Mum.
to know that you're safe and that there is somebody looking out for you.
Have you seen a tiefling around here? Wears glasses. Her name's Question.
"Check 'em holes." And he nods toward the pits throughout.
Oh, check the holes.
He himself cannot take a look himself. You see, like, one of his eyes is absolutely swollen and bruised, rendering his vision. His body bears evidence of beatings and several slashes where blood was drawn. The metal cuffs have sort of dug into his wrists and bruised them too. Despite his sorry state, though, he appears in high spirits, having been freed.
I'll look through the holes in this room.
Okay, fair enough.
Have the big man help you too.
Looking into the holes, you check one is empty, the chain loosely sort of disappearing into the depths of some water. Looking into the one to the northeast where you stand, you see a tiefling familiar. It's Question. She's bound up by the hands, immersed in about 3 feet of water, her mouth gagged. She peers at you, hopefully, upwards.
Winston, Question is here. Can you pull her up?
Yeah, I will reach down as far as down as I can go to lift her out.
Okay, so what you see is a pit. It's covered by great circular iron, looks heavy. The walls of this pit are slippery with muck, and the prisoners, the Question specifically, is sort of manacled, and the chain runs up to this how do I describe this? Not like a winch.
Like a meat hook?
Like each grate stretches over like a pulley bolted to the ceiling and coils around an iron winch set into like a nearby wall. So like the iron manacles dangle from this sort of contraption.
So if I spin, I imagine there's some sort of crank to lift her out.
Yes.
I will crank it to get her out.
Okay, you crank the winch, and you hear the chain rattle as Question is slowly lifted by her wrists out of the waters. You hear the drip of water coming off her ankles, and she mows a little bit in pain as you begin to lift her up, and the weight of her pushes her down, and she reaches until her hands are pretty much reaching up to the grate at this point.
So the grate then, is it how can I get the grate off to lift her completely out of this hole?
That is the right question.
Hey, is this like a operation thing over here to the north?
You look to the north, a faintly glowing stone disc covers the floor of this otherwise empty alcove, and carved into the top of the stone disc is like a serpentine symbol.
So it looks like the grate is locked. So we gotta unlock it. Is that what we're seeing?
It's set into the stone, yes.
So it looks like mighty lockpick time.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I guess my question, Tom, is looking at this grate. Is it openable? I mean, it might be locked in place or secured.
You can certainly try, yeah.
Openable?
Would you like to grab onto it and pull it apart?
I will pull up that grate as hard as I can.
Okay, keeping one hand on the winch, just keep Question up. You one-handed pull the grate. Can your character lift 600 pounds? I believe you did the math before.
Yeah.
So without even having to roll, you all see Winston just wrench the entire grate out of its place, and rock cracks as he displaces it.
My normal is 1,200 pounds. That's me doing nothing. I can lift 1,200 pounds.
Big man.
You lift up Question to sit upon the floor by the great entrance.
It pays to have a brawny man with us. Question, sweetie, are you okay?
She is gagged
Did they
and
hurt
bound.
you? Oh, let's get this off you. Take the gag from her mouth.
I'm okay. I'm alright. I can walk. I can fight.
Well, hang on. I mean, you were restrained for how long? You must be exhausted.
I can fight. I
Naya
can
would give
fight.
her a one.
Now?
Naya would give her a.
Well, let him do his monologue.
That's fine.
Putting on her brave face, which Naya, given their history, commends her greatly for her bravery. She gives her a once over and looks for any major cuts or bruises or whatnot that she can attend to immediately that would help in her progression out of here.
Do you apply any healing?
Yeah.
Roll for it. As you take care of Question, she nods in thanks. I was too late for the others. I was captured with them, and then one by one they dragged us onto that altar and fed us to those beasts. We must put a stop to this. Help me.
What beast?
Help me receive my things, and I can fight with you.
It's 7 plus however many hit dice she has.
Fair enough. The beast, the cult.
Beast. Some kind of giant snake?
Serpent folk in service to old betrayal gods, trying to feed themselves and gorge themselves in power to overwhelm even the gods themselves in some depraved ritual beyond. You will see in the main chambers. But first, my things, my gear. It's in the armory somewhere. They took it, stripped us from it. I can't fight without it.
In the meantime, Naya would provide her with a dagger. Just a regular dagger.
It's a start.
Okay, we'll go look for your things.
Honey, I admire the tenacity, but you've been through too much right now, and we gotta have everyone on point focused. You've been some time in the hole, it seems. I can't sway you, but I really recommend, if we're gonna get you, our other friend here, Mung, out of the way, out of harm's way, you can go back with Riot. He can give you to safety and get you to the right path from where we came. It'll be safer there.
But she seems hesitant, having come this far. Nia, you go ahead and roll me a medicine check since you're taking care of her.
25.
Your ranger is right. She's in no shape of fighting. Question is at 4 exhaustion points currently.
Naya would as she's looking over, she would kind of like take a look between Julia and Question. It's just like, and then she'd focus on Question and be like, Question, I'm so proud of you for how brave you've been through all of this and the courage it took you to come down here in the first place. But I've looked you over. You are not in any condition to be joining us in any battle that may come as we continue on, and you'd unfortunately likely be more of a liability than a help. I would strongly encourage you to go with Riot back to a safer place.
Rule persuasion. Natural 20. Get those out of the way now, eh? The resolve begins to meld away as her strength begins to give out, and she blinks away the fatigue, and it's alright. Can't save the dead, but you can avenge them, will you? Put a stop to this. I won't be far. I will see you on the surface, and I will see to the others who are alive. I will aid Riot in getting them to safety. Come back alive.
Nia would give her a hug, and as a bit of a parting gift, she would use prestidigitation twice to first dry her clothes, and then to gift her upon her scarf a nice sweet scent of I don't know, spring breeze.
Nice. To defend against the dung-like stench of the sewers. Fair enough. With that, she informs the party, in that case, that there are some useful things in the armor should you wish to retrieve them, and she would very much like her journal returned to her. She can go with Riot, trusting you will retrieve her things. This is a sort of a trust between you and Question.
Yeah, we'll get your stuff.
Fair enough.
We should send Monk with them as well.
We should also check the other holes to make sure there's not more people.
Right.
You check this prison. It looks like one is empty. Another one contains Another one contains what looks to be just remains of bones and stuff, and a fourth contains a serpent folk. His head is veiled by an area of bandages. He's wispy hair peeking through the bandages. His eyes also sort of tied around in bloody bandages, and his bottom half of his body is snake and serpentine-like. His hands are bound to the manacles.
Did you say his mouth is bound?
No, just his eyes look so.
He doesn't appear to be like the one that was crushed by the boulders, like outside when we were walking the town. He doesn't seem to be like more monstrous.
No, those were like the ones you saw outside on the surface were more like the brood guards, absolutely mutated. This individual seems more complete, so to speak.
I'll call down to him and say, hey, why are you shackled down there?
A coup against my people. I am Rossini, old leader of this here tribe. I stood up to the uprising, and here I remain shackled.
Why did you try to launch a coup against your people?
He didn't try to launch a coup. The coup was launched against him.
Naya would kind of like lead over towards Question. Question, do you know much about what he's talking about?
Question confirms that this individual is talking about is the truth. The Kobold Soul were aware of the interpolitics of the Underridge. This here is the old leader of the Underridge, before he was usurped.
These people wanted to live normal lives and everything, get rid of the past and Zahir, but it seems like the cultists were a little bit stronger and had taken power. He was the one who used to be here.
Winston, can you help him out as well?
Sure can. Same routine.
Easily done. Both hands upon the grate crack open the iron from the stone, and a few cranks of a winch bring out the serpent folk. He sloths onto the floor, unable to move much, injured, exhausted, requiring support to get out of here. The Question brings him under her arm, sort of not a soldier carry, what do you call that? The underarm carry.
What the shoulder carry?
Over shoulder carry, yeah.
Well, don't forget you got Riot to lean on too. Maybe he can turn into something to kind of aid you as you leave. But is there anything that we should know before coming in? How many people were in the I don't know, it appears to be like some kind of altar room. Who was it exactly that put you in here?
The cult is composed of dozens, says Question. Dozens of devotees looking to undergo some sort of a change. Become stronger. Time is of the essence. The more we wait, the stronger they become as the feast goes on.
Question, I'm pretty sure I was told that there were other Kobold Soul agents that came in here with you. I fear the worst, but could you confirm for me?
The worst has happened, as she mentioned when we first got her out. She didn't come with those agents. She went here to save them, but she was too late. What little remains from them is remnants in the dining hall in the central chamber of this temple. It has been a day since she ventured here. Perhaps more. Now I think about it, because you guys took a whole day to rest. So time has passed. Prisoners were sacrificed. The ritual is already underway for several hours.
Well, you three go back with Riot. He can come join us when he's done dropping you off. But for the time being, just be safe out there. We've cleared this path, but I'm not too sure what lies to the north.
When you've dealt with them, says Rossini, the old leader, free my people. They're not being held here, but beyond the main chambers. In my old domicile. Once you've got this place rid of this cult, free them and see them to safety. We can begin anew once this cancer has been cut out.
When he says in his domicile, is he referring to an exact room or like place down here, or just down? Does he mean in the depths as a whole, like in the sewers?
Deeper into this very temple. This here is his old home, he says. Yes.
Okay.
This is somewhere like past the main chambers.
Well, the chambers is going to be our biggest point of contention. We're going to have to use our heads here, and can't be so headstrong. We're going to be down one of our own, so just got to be careful where we step now. Why don't you three get out of here, unless there's anything else that you guys need?
Well, you ain't exactly got strength in numbers, says the goblin. But, tell you what, my good friends, fetch back my tools from those hissing muments, the tools it took from me, and I'll let you keep a little something that might give you a fighting chance against these wannabe gods. I figure there ought to be some sort of armory or storm room around here somewhere, a place where they stash prisoners' goods, you feel me?
Well, I'm
Right.
tracking. What is it that you got in mind?
See, I'm something of an explosives expert back in the mines. I happen to be captured in possession of something that can aid you. A little device of my own creation. Something to deliver a payload straight into their faces, so to speak. You'll see. Come on, let's get out of here.
Sounds promising.
On his
get to use those
little goblin
explosives
feet, he's going to
before.
start making his way toward Riot and with the rest of the survivors sort of out of these gory chambers. Reuniting with Greep, your mushroom companion, Mung points southward toward where you can see past a statue about 18 feet high is a long corridor. Last I saw them through the portcullis, they were headed that way with our things. We'll wait here, just past the doors, ready to run.
Okay.
Okay, through the portcullis.
Hmm.
Around. Oh.
I'm gonna have the mushroom dude also animate one of these guys over here.
Instead of this guy?
Yeah, because we mentioned before that he couldn't cast his spells, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have spell casting.
It's your call.
Yeah, let's take one of the other guys, because those guys have a really good bite thing, and it could lock someone down.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. I'll have him follow you.
Thank you.
Let me just put a little token on them so I know they're much controlled. There we go. That's perfect. Alrighty then. So, as you come out of the prison chambers and you leave right with the prisoners, you see the main hall. 4 pillars carved with serpent relief support the 20-foot high ceiling of this large room, in the middle of which is the aforementioned 18-foot high statue of a coiled cobra. Oil lamps provide them light throughout this complex, each lamp burning with a tall green flame, exhuming that fragrance I described earlier that emits that nauseating miasma. The air reeks of this fragrance. You see 2 wagons are parked in one corner, and a bizarre large snail is confined to a metal pen in another. To the west are a pair of dark alcoves, contained with which is a chained up basilisk lizard with eyes veiled by these metal blinders. It seems to be chewing on the remains of some petrified poor unfortunate. To the south is a wide, pillared hall. To the east, a tall, heavy door blocks the way. Just beyond the door, you hear the muffled sound of chanting and a sermon addressing some congregation.
Does
Okay,
they have a basilisk in here? What are they doing with that?
I think this is the basilisk here.
Yeah.
that
What were
could
they
be
doing
fun.
with that?
Could be a personal pet, could be a play toy. Maybe it was something before, I don't know, hard to say.
Well,
But
I think we should avoid this door because this sounds like this is towards the main chamber. So it sounds like maybe we should go in this direction.
well, it appears that's where the storeroom is gonna be.
Yeah. I think I see a door down here.
Well, there is a chamber down there if this map is still correct, unless it's been blown out or something, but I'm gonna go by what I have here in front of us. However, oh, she's already rolling.
I'm rolling as well. Let's go.
The walls of this pillared hall bear reliefs of a giant serpent and its serpent folk worshippers doing terrible things. On one tableau, a giant serpent coils in the underworld, devouring the dreams of sleeping creatures. Onwards, a second wall relief shows serpent folk terrorizing Swovelian natives, feeding their nightmares to the giant serpent.
Does Greep know what kind of snout this is? Or Julia, do you know?
Okay, my NPC will roll a nature check. Which is wisdom, right?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? So, -1. The circle does not know, says Greep in a low, hissing voice as gases release from his many pores.
How well secured is that chain on the basilisk?
Are you giving it a tug? It visually looks secured.
Okay, just wanted to see. If it was like shitty rusted iron, barely holding on, pulling at the stone, crumbling.
It looks pretty secure.
Okay.
Around its neck, about 5 feet of give. It does hear your approach, but it appears pretty docile, sort of concentrating on feeding currently.
Okay. Why don't we just keep our distance away from it? And if anything, Julian, if you want, you and I, how about we take the lead? Make sure everything's okay. You never know what other sneaky traps might be in here. We're in their house.
Sounds like a good idea. Sure.
Big man's catching up to us. He said, BRB.
He's trying to shake off the miasma of the torches, trying to shake away from that dreamlike stupor, which you are subject to as well. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. The 3 of you, I suppose.
Oh.
Thank you.
I have clicked on my character.
Reality and dream begin to meld together, but Nia, you managed to shake it off. Julia, having walked the Underdark, you've been subjected to the effects of Timask and other such burning incense herbs that affect the mind, so you shake it off. In fact, so well that you are unaffected by it for the next 24 hours. Julian is poisoned for the next hour. So
Gotcha.
for the next hour, you're rolling with a disadvantage.
Can I give him one of my amulet charges? Wait, you failed. Damn it, I have like 500 windows open right now.
If you can, you can
Okay.
certainly try, yeah.
I still have an antitoxin. I give that to Julia.
Yeah. Essentially, Julian, before that toxin takes effect, if you consume it, you, just so I'm giving you some flavor with this, layer actions. It's not as described, like dream and reality sort of melt together a little bit as you achieve a sort of a high that makes your mortal skills lessened, your mind mired. Should you wish to take that toxin, it will clear it, though.
I'll do that.
All right, consuming resources, fair
Thank
enough.
you, Nia.
You're welcome. I'll be right back.
Okay.
If it's possible, I'll use. That's 1, 2. I can use 2 arrows of extinguishing and maybe knock out like this one and. Well, actually, no, we're all fine right now.
You can easily put like a blanket or something over it and extinguish it.
Okay, then yeah, we'll do that instead. Then I'll save the arrows.
Just the torches along the hallway.
Yeah, I'll at least do the
Mhm.
the first one, the second one, and I'll do the third one down at the bottom. Does that? Okay. It darkens it. Does the effects from the other ones like linger over? Does it still fill this hall? Or
You
is it just, like,
now
less,
you
or-
clearly see the reach of these not spores, because it's like a burning ether sort of poison that
Yeah.
radiates maybe like 10 feet away from the torch. So where you're standing, you're safe from these fumes. They dissipate to the point where the air becomes more and more cleansed, sticking to the top of the ceiling where heat rises and just kind of clinging to the ceiling, becoming this like green lichen-like growth that just sort of clings up there and remains there.
Okay. Megan's gone.
as you pass by the first tableau of the giant serpent that coils in the underworld, and the second tableau showing the serpent folk terrorizing Swavelian island natives, feeding their nightmares to Grey Serpent, the two of you glimpse a third depiction showing like this Malison wielding the Lash of Shadows, a 5-headed lash, as they lead the snake people to a great door to the underworld. And at the end of the hallway, a large mosaic depicts the door to the underworld wide open, releasing the cloaked serpent. It is seen devouring the sun and plunging the world into like terror and darkness. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, my token is stuck in a wall, and I don't know, can't get it out. So,
Cool.
you move me. I thank you.
Can do.
There we go.
Oh, there you are. If you missed it, this whole left side, these lamps were kind of giving off like this little like effect and everything, and Julian became poisoned by it, but you took an antitoxin. Yours truly was resistant to it with a natural 20. So just kind of keep your distance a little bit if you don't want to go under the effects. It's about like 10 feet or so.
From each torch, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I had to step away. All right. So, in just being in the presence of them, like there's no like dart or anything that shot out. Just being near them.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one.
It's just like this, underdark kind of like thing. Not spores, you said, Tom.
Whatever's burning, whatever instance is burning within the sconces is giving off these fumes. It's a poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we just need to be
So
careful
this one
because,
is extinguished.
severe
This
poison.
one is extinguished. This
Yep.
one is extinguished.
As we're walking down this hallway, can I try checking the walls for like a hidden door or something? Or contraption?
Well, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
If you see anything that looks funny, let me know. I can give you a hand.
With a 15 investigation, you're tracing over the mosaic on the walls and confident that you don't glaze over any buttons until you come toward a door. It's not hidden. Right over yonder, like. I'm still doing my drawing tool. That's why I can't ping. But yes, the one you're saying standing in front of. There is a slight buzz that sort of shimmers through your fingers as you hover your hands over this door in front of you. Like an electric charge, a little bit.
Gotcha. I think this door is magically trapped. Can I try to disable the trap?
You, with thief tools, look around and see there's no means of disabling the trap mechanically.
Gotcha.
What kind of, you think it's magically trapped, but do you see, I'm trying to think.
I do have leather gloves. Are those... Could those work like rubber gloves?
I can all
What do
find
you
out.
have in mind?
Well, I think it's like, I think the magic trap is like electric. I think this door will electrocute you if we try to open. I was wondering if maybe we just had something that could protect us from that. Actually, I do have that potion of lightning resistance. Now that I remember.
That we didn't use on the dragon, yeah.
Yeah, I just remembered that. Okay.
What makes you think it's electric? I have a mirror. Maybe we can slide it under the door if there's room. Maybe see what's on the other side. Some kind of trap, mechanical thing. Would there be room to slide a glass or a mirror under?
Yeah, there's room for sliding there under it.
It seemed to hum and buzz when I was up close to it, when I was inspecting the door. That's why I thought it was electric.
Alright, well... Jeez, we're not really left with a lot of options.
Do you think you could disarm it?
I already tried looking for a way to disarming it. It doesn't seem to be a mechanical trap of any kind. That's why I believe it to be magical.
Not on this side of the door. It appears flush. Wooden iron
yeah.
before you.
Well, if we could use this lockpick here.
You want to try that?
You have so. You didn't just clarify here. You didn't actually try to open the door. You just heard the huzz and the buzz, and are a little too skittish to touch the handle. Is this right?
Well, I'm pretty confident that it's trapped magically, but yeah, I have not actually touched the door.
Well,
there is another option though, but it's kind of the loud and a little bit slower. Tom, the walls and the floor that we're on.
Yes.
Is it like a really old place? Is it like, really nice like sandstone?
Are you trying to use the gloves off digging?
Well, I wanted to see if we could get like the concrete or stone off the wall first to get to like the, soft, dirt.
You could.
It's gonna make more noise. I'm pretty sure they already know that we're here and they want to carry on, but if you don't feel comfortable grabbing the handle, it's possible that we can go through the wall. I just need Big Man over here to kind of help knock it down, get some of the stone out of the way.
Oh, right.
So we're going
Get those burrowing things. Yeah, we can just burrow through the wall on the side.
Avoid the door altogether and go.
Avoid the door altogether.
Make new door.
You want me to be Kool-Aid Man? I can be Kool-Aid Man.
Claws that you got.
Yeah, I got the Badger Claws of Delving from Reek.
Sounds like a good idea.
Alright, if this map is accurate and if it's still holding true, right with this, or that door is here, looking at the map, we need to dig, I'd say right about here. And it should only be about maybe roughly 10, 15 feet to get to the other side. Or we can just try to go around the door, but I'd rather just try to make an entry to the bigger room. Who knows what's in this little hallway here.
So what's the good
That
consensus?
Sounds good.
Yeah, do you want to grab it or do you want to go through the wall?
I want to go through the door.
Well, we're down in
Be my
members.
guest.
We need to try to be healthy about this. We don't want
Be
to
my guest.
lose blood.
You ask of me to dig through 10 feet of solid stone when there's a breakable wooden door before me?
Hang on, do you want to drink the potion of lightning resistance before
I
you try to
will
break it?
Drink everything in this room and go through that door.
I'll give him the potion of lightning resistance.
Cool.
Are you sure you didn't spec in Barbarian?
For glory! I down that potion and go running to break the door.
Shoulder first into the door is going to be the athletics check, my friend.
I'm gonna stand back a little bit.
Athletics check.
12. You watch as lightning bounces across Winston's chest and sort of conducts through his heavy plate armor and sends him reeling back just like 2 feet as he just braces against it. You take half of 3d6 lightning damage. Some traps I don't even need to hide anymore. You take a measly 3 lightning damage. as you all hear a voice call out from beyond the door, and the greenish light flickering, the torchlight flickering from beneath the door, is shadowed by a series of small shadows repeating over and over again, and you hear a voice. Thou wilt tell us the passphrase, so Ukurlamu has spoken.
The passphrase is open! This time I want to charge at it and hit it with the sword.
Roll for damage.
Roll for damage? Roll
Yeah,
for
with the sword.
athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're attacking the door.
I misunderstood the assignment on that one. Alright, so,
Did I misunderstand this?
going all in.
22 slashing damage, twice 44 because it's an object. You lacerate the door open, dispelling the spell and taking an additional half of 3d6 lightning damage. As the lightning conducts through the sword, you take a measly 4 lightning damage additionally and destroy the door. It is not even there anymore. Let's see. What?
That's the password.
You see, beyond the shadow remains of a door, gleaming scimitars and serpent helms cram the racks of this vault. Suits of scale armor rest upon mannequins, enshrouded by hooded cloaks of sandy, scaly patterns. A white canvas burial shroud stained red rests upon a wooden mannequin at the far side of the room. A satchel of masonry tools rests atop a closed chest. For the rest of the room, large bones litter the floor, and a large, skeletal serpent slithers out from behind the racks, raises its head, and says, "They will tell us the passphrase, so Ukurlamu has spoken."
There's like snake people in there asking for a passphrase, guys. You guys know a passphrase?
You call that a snake?
I don't know what that is.
It's its skeletal system. Did you ever take anatomy?
Whatever that is, I have no passphrase.
Oh, I wasn't aware of one. And looking over the map, is there anything on the front, back, anything that could have like hidden messages, decipher something else, thieves can't, anything?
Roll me a d20? Just a
so
d20. It's a good chance.
Yeah.
Avanger's Lock is not with you on this one, my friend. I'm sorry. No passphrase on the map. They're not that clumsy.
I'd turn around and look back at the old Serpent King and would use message to basically to basically say the phrase that the serpent keeps repeating and ask him, do you have any idea what that means or what the code could be?
Grape, my confident sovereign.
No. This guy.
I don't. Megan, help me out here. I don't know who this guy is. Who are you talking about?
The Serpent King.
Oh, you're calling to Rossini.
Yeah.
He's not part of the cult. No, he does not know. You know what? I like the idea. Let's roll for chance. Maybe his memory can recall. Intelligence. Let's go with that. If it's like 15 or higher, I'll go with it. 9. Unfortunately, he is not part of the cult, nor did he overhear any of such password. The bone naga before you appears to be protective over one specific item in the midst of this treasury. The aforementioned cloak. A white canvas burial shroud in the back of the room. I'll just post it in text. There we go.
Actually, you have the Stone of Sending to Jamil. Maybe he might know.
You can give it a try.
Well, okay. While that's going on, I want a divine sense.
The creature before you is undead, and you are walking upon defiled ground. It has the advantage. This is its home.
Gross.
Megan, you call to Jamil using Sandstones and receive a message back. It appears that as they scoured Najesh Manor and among the various books of the library, Lady Najesh did keep the password on hand. It is Black Mask.
Is there only one undead with that
Yeah,
divine sense?
the one
Just
that
this one.
because
Okay.
Divine Sense only acts where you see, right? So
He would move forward to where it is and give it the password.
let me double check that. But I'm pretty sure that it's within sight.
Within 60 feet.
That is not behind total cover. Yeah. So yeah, you only took one person's. What was that, Nia?
He would move forward to be able to see the creature and would convey the password.
In recognition, it slinks back to the backside of the racks, watching from the shadows. Your passive insight will tell you it's less protective now. Good thinking. Using Jamil's sword. That's nice.
Yeah.
I was worried you guys did not scour the library, so I was like, it's gonna be combat, but no, you guys found a way out. Kudos. So I did paste in the text there what you see in this room. As I said, there's a shroud. You see 4 hooded cloaks of like the cult of Zahir, like this sandy snake-like pattern to them. They're all shrouding these scale armor pieces. Swords, scimitars, kopeshes. Kopesh is hopesh is like an Egyptian curved sword thing with a lot of like and weight to it. Short bows, quivers full of arrows. There's a chest. On the top of the chest, you see like various masonry tools and a vial of some greenish potion.
Naya would search for questions weapons.
Okay. Taking your time because you're not under threat, you open the chest. You see it contains 3 vials of serpent venom, a vial of essence of ether, the same essence burning in the torches, Ulor root tea, which you know is an illegal drug, and questions journal. You sort of flip it open to make sure it is questions, and yeah, it is indeed. In fact, it has a few new entries there, and you sort of open it up to this page. Here's the last entry. But it is questions journal.
Spooky trees.
Can I try to identify that potion
Which one?
with the strange liquid in it? You mentioned there was a...
It's a potion of resistance, specifically acid. You've seen it in Gilmore's shop once, so you recognize the bottle.
Ah. Cool.
I'm going to paste all that into chat just for clarity's sake. There you go. And again, kudos for not triggering combat. I'm still impressed.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that we've triggered combat the last like 3 altercations.
Yeah.
I like her sketches.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky
I can't read
trees.
them. I can't make it big enough that I can actually read all of the writing, but
You just gotta click on it.
Yeah,
I tried. It's still not big enough. I can't read
Oh.
What do you mean? You have a laptop? You can't like just click on the Zoom?
it. No, I have a big screen, and like when I press zoom, like I can kind of read it, but like there's a couple words that I just can't read. Maybe it's just the way that it's written.
Fair enough.
I'm thinking like I'm going with like maybe these would make something tea. I will ask, and then I don't know what that word is after that. But like Caduceus, is that supposed to be a name?
There's no reason not to take all this stuff, right?
I mean, I don't think we need the scale armor or anything. It could have proved as a disguise had we done that route, but we've already gone hot. Unless you
I mean-
personally need it.
I don't really need it, but just put it in the bag of holding, and then it's just armor to have for later.
As long as your bag of holding is now holding more than 500 pounds of gear, then yeah, you can do that.
Well, we said we got rid of all the water that's in there. That we
Yeah,
used
so it's
it
got
all.
like
Your inventory is to manage.
150
Sounds good.
to 300.
How much is scale armor?
You weight in your hands?
It's like
45 pounds. No, wait, that's skill mail. The skill armor different with skill mail.
No, it's not. So 45 pounds
45
each.
pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of heavy actually. Let's leave
Well-
behind the armor.
Well, worst comes to worst, we can grab some of this and give it to Riot to put in his bag of holding too.
Look, I'll be honest. Grabbing some loot and doing whatever, not our highest priority right now. This armor can just be fashioned anywhere up above the ground, probably in a better state.
Mm,
But that cloak's looking pretty different than everything else.
So let's
yeah.
grab the cloak, questions, things, as well as we need to look for the mystery item that Mung was talking about.
Yeah, he's got some boom.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna also take the vials of serpent venom and essence ether.
All going in the bag of holding.
I'm gonna keep it on myself. I don't have a bag of holding.
Cool. There's an I'm gonna take the antitoxin that's in here and put it in my bag. 'Cause there's an antitoxin in here.
Where? I didn't listen to the antitoxin, did I?
They're inside the whole bag of holding.
Oh, I see.
There's an antitoxin
Fair enough.
Yeah,
in here.
I had it from Melina and I put it in
Sounds great. Okay. Fair enough.
there.
Here's a picture of the guy, full size. Just love these guys.
So
What are monk's tools?
Masonry tools.
Oh,
Of Mung, the goblin you rescued just now.
yeah, we'll take those as well. Bring them back to him.
Naya would grab this cloak and put it in her bag of holding.
Okay.
If you can, throw me one of those dust of dryness pellets you got in there, just in case.
Have a bag of holding.
Yeah, I put them in there.
Cool. She'll give her one. A pearl of. You mean the pearl of dehydration? That one?
Yeah.
She'll give her one of those.
You see the snake entity eye Nia coolly as she takes the shroud off the mannequin. Having provided password, though, it does not attack.
I'm gonna ask the shroud. Did the goblin have a weapon of some kind that was confiscated from him?
The shroud does not reply.
Okay.
You mean the snake? You said I'm going to ask the shroud.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
I thought I said the snake.
Yeah, so you're asking the snake what, sorry?
Did the goblin have a weapon that was confiscated from him?
The Naga simply nods toward the wall full of weapons. This room has what it has. I did not hide anything else from you. You did a thorough search. That is to
Not
say
sure
no,
what in here-
Julian. He did not have a weapon on him. He's likely just a mason walking in the mines, an expert of sorts. So you go through his tools. You see standard hammers, chisels, and an odd set of two semi-spherical set that you put them together, sort of make a sphere, a hollow one, with this weird, like, rat-like head at the front, made of like what do you call those dolls made of like rags? Just a rat head at the front.
Ragdoll?
Yeah, ragdoll, rat head at the front. Attached to this like hollow sphere contraption with like a wick going out of the other end, sort of like a mouse tail.
Hmm.
Specifically, the contraption you're looking at, it looks like this.
Ooh. That's more so what we're looking for. I'll grab that as well.
It's
Mouse
long.
trap explosive.
Yeah, we could definitely use that. Either you or I, Julian, or maybe even Nia could have it if we keep it into the back. Try to
You
get
are
a good lob
better-
on it.
You are better with ranged fighting than I am, if you want to hold on to it.
Well, you got the mobility to place it. Hey, either or, I think it'll be a great choice. So if we could
Yeah.
use that, that'd be a great thing. But I was also looking through the pack and remembered that you guys had this thing called a bead of force. if we can use that on one of the bigger enemies, we can lock him down with that. Try to pick off his cronies. He won't be able to do anything.
Was Ray holding on to that? I think it was.
No, it's in
No,
my
I
bag
put
of
it in the
holding.
bag. Yeah.
There was
Oh,
two.
correct.
Winston has one.
Yeah, there's one still in the bag.
Yeah, Melina had the other one.
Well,
That's great. So
sounds
yeah,
like we need to stop putting things in the bag and forget about them.
Hey, I put him in there. No, but if
I
we can
can
use the
check,
explosive.
Melina?
Yeah, Melina dumped all her shit in there and said, "Hey guys, here you go."
What a jerk.
Yeah, I know, right? What a bitch.
Listen, I keep track of everything that I have on me. Okay, I'm not holding the bag.
But I was gonna say is we can use that bomb to see explode them, scatter them, kind of do whatever, and then use the beat of force if needed to lock somebody down because they'll be trapped in it as long as they don't succeed, and they basically can't do anything for a minute.
Do you know
They
how
get
to use
pushed
this
away.
bomb?
It looks
We're
like a
gonna go
little
back-
wind-up gear, maybe a little. flint.
We're gonna go back to see Question and Mung. We can just ask him.
I mean,
Do you
we
want to go
can.
all the way back there? We're in the heart of evil here.
They're just sitting at the gate, waiting for their things.
In fact, you hear a whisper from like 100 feet away. What's taking us so long? Let's get out of here.
I go back to the entrance to go see Mung and Question. She approaches Question and provides her with her journal, and says to her, "You keep that dagger while you go through the tunnels back to the safer area. There still could be random sewer monsters like that gelatinous cube."
Good to know.
float
And you see
around.
her from the spine of her journal. She retrieves like 3 darts hidden in the compartment. Puts them on her person. The rest of you sort of pass by the main hallway, and you see Greep sort of just vibing with the snail-like creature. That his hands are sort of up in the air, and he's waving them back and forth in a sort of slow dance. And the snail bobs its head to and through, left and right, in sync. They're communing.
Greeb, is there anything that this one is saying of importance, or anything that you can relay to us?
It wants to be free of this place. It prefers to roam the dark away from this light. It fears for its own safety, does not wish to be harvested.
Does it say what they use these creatures for? Poisons, or just...
The shell! And he points with one arm toward this, indeed, like, pearlescent, jam-like shell that shimmers before you.
What kind of pen is it in? Is it metal or wood?
Iron.
Iron.
Well, freedom doesn't stop for just humanoids. If it won't bring any harm to us, and if you're able to speak with it, and we've trusted you this far, and you've helped us, I see no reason to keep it pent up in here. Should let it be free.
You're free to
Try to make an escape.
Sorry.
Is there just like a latch or anything, like a...
Yeah,
deadbolt
easily
or
open.
something?
It's just enough to contain it within. Yeah. In fact, you could question like how come he didn't escape earlier, but then you sort of look upon his body and you can see a few burn marks where perhaps a hot rod or something was like pressed against his skin as punishment for it escaping, perhaps. So it was trained to be confined here. It slowly meanders through the opening that you make, and hesitates there for a moment. To do with it as you wish, guys. You can let it go here, or you can keep it. It's your choice.
Keep it? In what way?
D&D is all about open concept plans.
I mean, we could keep it with us, as in, like, if it wants to, if we can ever get it to, like, maybe fight for us and kind of maybe get it to think. Same thing with that basilisk. possibly.
Hmm.
The more the merrier. We might be outgunned here. We're in their home turf. Like, the Lash of Shadows is here. I don't think they'll have just a skeletal crew. Literally. Because the skeleton snake, get it?
I get it.
Okay,
I don't.
fuck me.
I don't quite understand. Can you explain it to me?
No, okay, never mind, sweetie.
This place is unguarded because the main crew is like in the main chambers, perhaps. Yeah.
Okay, well, screw it. I'm going to use Speak with Animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. What's the intelligence threshold for it?
What's what?
The intelligence threshold. Oh, it doesn't have one.
What do you mean?
Neat.
Yeah.
There's some spells where like it has like only if it has intelligence 4 or higher, right?
Yes, I mean some probably do. Yeah.
Neat.
But yeah.
The past day, you might be able to pursue it. Yeah.
They're limited by.
Yes. Nonetheless, you make a connection
yeah.
with this entity. You may commune with it if you so wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say.
Talk to it.
Yeah, talk to the slug.
Talk to it.
We mean you no harm, and I want to give you your freedom back. Is there a name I can call you?
Flail.
Flail. Let me write that down. Flail. Flail. We don't have much time. What was it that they were trying to do with you?
Harvest my scintillating shell. Ruin me. Piece by piece. Consume.
What did it say, Julia?
The rest of the party just.
I relay what.
What did it say?
It's just
What
slurping
was that
sound.
weird noise?
Hold on. I'll get.
You know that scene from Treasure Planet where he speaks like fart noises? Just that back and forth.
What movie?
Treasure Planet.
Oh fuck.
Does it wish harm upon us?
No. Put your sword down. He's fine.
Okay.
The creature's name is Flail. And Greek was right. It wants to harvest its shell. Not sure
Shell
what for,
and like different essences. Like this creature has many uses. Like mostly it's you from communing it. I'll give this to you. It has a special defense mechanism that it uses mucus as a sort of a spell reflective element. These serpent folk, as the flail explains, use it upon themselves as an ointment upon their scales to inherit this very essence of it, to be spell reflective.
So, is this something that they would just like touch the snail like with its mucus and then just rub all over the body, or harvested like it has to go into
harvest
like, the body?
Harvest over days and sort of keep it in certain conditions, maybe like do some alchemical stuff with it to conjure it into a potion to then lather yourself for a limited time effect sort of thing.
Okay. I was gonna say, everyone get under the slug, let it crawl.
That being said, I'm giving you a little bit more than a snail with 3 intelligence would know, but like that's what it means by harvest.
Okay.
Yeah, just to be clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't get our slug mucus like face masks.
No, unfortunately not.
On that note, it can serve as a mount, and
I was just gonna.
Right.
I was literally gonna ask. Does it wish to be my mount for a brief moment?
Well, I'll ask it that. If look, the ones who brought you harm are in the other room. We want to stop them. You can leave, and there's no shame. Or, if you would like, fight with us and make them pay. Let them know what the creatures of the Underdark are capable of.
in its tone, you sense anger and a wish to fight, but also fear of the sheer force you're gonna face, and this creature might face its own demise. This is gonna be either a persuasion, or because you can speak to it, or an animal handling check to persuade it. I'm gonna put like a DC of 15 on this one, to persuade to fight with you and perhaps to the death. It does not wish its own demise, though.
Yeah,
But, but you're
thought
not
I'd
trying to
give it a
instill
chance.
confidence in it with fighting with you in turn.
Yeah, if it doesn't want to fight, I mean, that's totally fine.
It's
I totally get
so
that.
it's up to the roll at this point.
Yeah, normal persuasion. 5.
It shows enough gratitude to remain here if you wish it, to serve you as in thanks in any way it can, but to fight near gods, as it calls them, would spell its demise.
Yeah, I understand. You've been through a lot. Go, head to the north with the others.
To think I was gonna call you Slipstream Steve.
It crawls at 10 feet per 6 seconds toward the north.
Oh,
That
for
would have
fuck's
been-
sakes, I'm so glad that he left.
It would have been one long charge for you, but that's okay. The creatures are hurting over here. We gotta get them to safety.
That being
Have you
said,
ever
guys,
seen-
if you survive this, I will allow you to have a flail snail mount for what's to come. He will
Oh.
remain with the other survivors if you wish to sort of, recruit him as a companion later on. I just don't want
Have
to
you
lose
ever
him.
seen? Have you ever seen Kung Pao in that scene?
Yeah.
where- I'm coming.
Yeah. It's a super slow mount, but boy is that shell great for defense.
Well, I was gonna say I have a little. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's like mobile half cover if you think about it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. And then coming over here to the other one. What about you? It seems like you've got. You seem to be more of the brawling type. You've been placed here against your will, right?
Totally different story. What you get back is just savagery, nigh incomprehensible noises. That between those noises, you get the idea. Less than words, but more animal to animal communication. This thing is ravenous. It is starved. It is angry. But it maintains its gaze downwards. It has been trained not to gaze upon its masters or those who speak to it. But it doesn't have intelligence of any sense of self-survival. It is in fight or flight mode, sort of thing. Were it not for the chains.
This one seems to be groomed as if it were a pet, but only for, possibly to destroy. It's hard to make a connection with it. Won't even look me in the eyes. Perhaps it's best we just leave this one here for now. Actually, fuck, Ryan has meat on him. Nia, go grab me some meat, and maybe something will change his mind. Maybe something to relax him. Seems like he's possibly just really hungry.
Meat
Chewing
passed
on
down in hand. You
petrified.
toss it at the feet of this creature and it takes no interest in it. This thing only eats stone.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it is chewing currently on some petrified unfortunate.
Winston, wanna make some pebbles for us?
Sure. What do you suggest?
Wall or a pillar or something. Floor. It's all
Floor.
stone.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah, it
Oh,
sure is.
okay. Oh, because it looked like a medium token. I was like, oh, it must be.
It is a medium token. He's like dog-sized,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
They might
okay.
come in bigger
This was,
sizes
like,
as
big.
adults, but this one is like a smaller specimen, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because this one looked like big in the picture. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
legs. Or excuse me, 8.
Just
But you
Well,
can't
I mean,
ride. You can't ride that one.
We could, unfortunate, but we could let it loose.
I don't want to let it loose on us right now.
and just as a reminder, it is also blinded by these like iron blinds, right? So
Yeah.
the only reason why you're still standing.
I wasn't able to get, any feedback from it. It seemed like it's maybe just be a personal pet of some sort. Maybe if we run into some, I don't know, a real dire moment, we could let it loose and maybe get the blinders off. But for right now,
Well, that's what I mean. If we're gonna charge into a room full of Zahir cultists, why not let this thing loose with no blinders? I believe in I'm gonna give you a name. Hissy McStares a lot.
Cool. I will name it such. Hissy Mech Stairs. A lot.
If you gotta wait to get it to the door and let it loose without it turning on us, then, I mean, I could see it happening, but we just don't have any guarantee. It won't take the meat. It won't talk to me.
I mean, like, sorry, Nick, but it will talk to you if you ask a specific question and just inquiring, basically, like, you know, how are you doing? You want to be, like, it's ravenous. It's feral. Much more less intelligent than the snail you just talked to.
Oh, it made it sound like it was just, like, berserk, like, in its own head or something.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll say, speaking to it, kind of getting on the last few minutes of the spell here. I will ask it if it's looking for a fight, something scaly, and something that it can conquer. Describing like the Zahir cultists and everything, something that'll provoke it to, you know, attack them. Like, would it want to fight? Something like that. Does it wish to spill blood?
Not if you threaten to kill it. It will not turn upon its masters.
How about a new master? Master Julia Gulia.
You'll be rolling persuasion with disadvantage, unless you're offering it anything more than what the snack folk offer it. This is sort of like kidnapping somebody else's dog here.
Ooh, I have an idea.
What is it? I'm all ears.
What if, just hear me out, I hold it by its head, upright, let its legs dangle, take off the blinders, and I point those evil eye beams at things.
I mean, that's definitely true. Yeah. Just hope you don't get, you know, blasted. Well, any of us get blasted.
In theory, I heard of a tale of a similar creature that had the ability to petrify with its eyes, and in that tale, they beheaded it, and it maintained its ability to petrify. I feel like that would be less dangerous than holding the entire beast in your arms.
Yeah, but I can't take his head off. I just named him Hissy McStairs a lot now.
What might work on one creature may not work on another. There might be some intricacies that we may not be aware of. I don't know. I don't know too much about this creature.
I mean, you want to roll for it?
Good. Yeah, I was about to say, can I roll to see if anything like that would be?
Go for it. Monstrosity will be your choice for Arcana or Nature.
We'll do Nature.
Nature?
Normal.
19. Basilisk. Travelers sometimes find objects that look like pieces of remarkably lifelike stone carvings of wildlife. Missing parts appear to have been bitten off. Seasoned explorers, such as yourself, would regard such relics as warnings, knowing that the basilisk that created them is likely nearby, layering nearby. This is one such creature. They are adaptable predators, thrive in arid, temperate, tropic climates, like the desert. They lair in places such as this, caves or sheltered sites. Most often, basilisks are encountered underground, so only natural for you to find one here. A basilisk born and raised in captivity can be domesticated and trained. Such a trained basilisk knows how to avoid meeting eye contact of those its master wishes to protect from its gaze, but it makes a daunting guardian beast nonetheless. Because of this use, basilisk eggs are like highly prized. Basilisks are ponderous for hunting creatures, but they need not chase the prey. Meeting a basilisk's supernatural great gaze can be enough to affect a rapid transformation, transforming a victim into porous stone. Basilisks, with their strong jaws, are able to then consume the stone. The stone returns to its organic form in the basilisk's gullet, using its saliva. Some alchemists then are said to know how to process the basilisk's gullet and the fluids contained within. Properly handled, the gullet produces an oil that can return petrified creatures to flesh and life. Unfortunately for such a victim, any parts lost in stone form remain absent if the creature is revived. Revivification using the oil is impossible if a vital part of the petrified creature, such as the head, is detached. That is what you can recall.
Wait, say that last part again.
So, say you petrify somebody, right? And then you cleave off the head, and then you depetrify them. The creature's dead.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Do you share all that knowledge?
Yeah, I would share everything. Yeah, everything.
I want to get. So Riot's like what? 20 feet upwards.
Yep.
I have that plum of animal friendship. Perhaps I could befriend it.
Have it gaze upon it, and then it'll chew it. Be your friend. Mine, yours, anyone's. And we can offer it safety and no more pain if it was feeling from these serpent folks. We can either let it be free, or if it wishes to stay by our side, and we would treat it with respect, like any other creature.
Julian's just standing in the far side of the corner, just facing the corner, like, you guys go with that plan.
Yeah.
He's
I
looking
wanna
at the
try it.
hookers.
What do you think? I think that's a great idea. I want to get my plum animal friendship out.
You have it out, the palm of your hand, before the blinded beast.
Eat this and be my friend.
Here, so, I'll translate. Here, something for you to consume, and if you wish to join our side. And what am I trying to say? And no harm will come to you, me, or my friends. And we can deal, righteous justice to those in the other room.
I'll roll it around in some loose rocks and pebbles just to give it that little extra.
Roll deception with advantage. I like that shit.
Which one of us?
You, Winston, because you're rolling in pebbles and stuff and dust. You're trying to see that it's its natural food source, which is rock. I was gonna say plums don't have eyes. You can't petrify them, but
Wait, where's my?
I was gonna say if anyone had minor illusion, you could turn it into something too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Deception with advantage versus
let's do this.
a basilisk's intelligence. Hold on.
I'm gonna use inspiration on that.
No hope lost. Because my friend. Okay, fair enough. Inspiration on that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, because I gave you advantage. You can roll one other attempt.
All right. 6 and a 3. Like, come on, R20. Trying to get some basilisks.
Stop happening. I have -4 modifier on top of mine.
What
my
the
god.
Now I will also use inspiration on that.
Does a 13? No. You managed to move your hand away just in time for the creature to instead bite off a few of your fingers.
And there's a 5 on that.
So 5, 14. This is 13. Yeah. So with that inspired, you feed it the fruit. I believe I said it gives you what advantage. This is like way back in my notes. Plum of animal friendship. Let me go back all the way there, shall I?
I'll pull it up. It's the same thing that Riot gave the little cub.
Yeah, Starlight.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of expediency, you guys succeed in charming it essentially into being docile around you guys. Should you get a sense that should you remove the blindings, it will look down upon the floor away from your gaze. And you get that sense via the communion with animals as well, because it revels in the taste of the fruit.
I want to scratch his chin. His C-Mix stares a lot.
It lets you.
Here, let's get these shackles off.
You shall be free. I'll rip those shackles off.
Easily done. I'm just gonna move them all together.
Oh, and here's the thing too. If they're like snake people, they look like animals, so it'll want to go for them. That's dope. Fuck yeah. All right.
All right.
Got a nice little
How
team
big?
here.
This is medium.
Yeah.
Medium size, like a dog.
Yeah, a little bit bigger,
Alright.
sort of like a Komodo dragon, but a little bit smaller. A young specimen.
All right.
Yeah.
Come along. Come along.
It follows, licking its snout from the juices of the fruit. It follows for more.
I think we have our ultimate weapon.
All right. We've got these guys with us. Julian's up there. Those guys are leaving or in safety. We have what we have. We have the cape. We can figure that out once we're done. That thing looks pretty brutal.
We should go talk to Mung and so he can tell us how his trap works.
Yeah, well, I thought you were up there and did. Sorry.
I didn't
Ask
have
him.
the I didn't have the mousetrap. Julian has it.
Oh, Julian, ask.
Julian, did you mute yourself or something?
Julian's 10 cocktails deep.
He did mute himself.
Fuck, I've been muted.
So much
Just
whiskey.
You
entire
need to check
time.
Discord, my guy.
I didn't. I didn't realize it.
Ah, you got it.
Just-
I'm gonna
you
go
just-
up there and ask him how to use the mouse. I said it before when you guys first addressed that Julian was just watching the horse that I was gonna go talk to Mung, but I figured
Yeah.
we were just dealing with Julia's stuff first.
No, we just simply did not hear you. Ah, you got it. Good. Here, let me show you how this works. Yeah. All right. And he just clicks it together and it's like, well, one thing remains before I arm this baby, is you have to decide the payload. You see, this contraption, it's not just any bomb. It's a mobile one. Two conjoined hemispheres, sort of aligned with this spinning threads here. You see, used in tandem to drive the ball forward. It can change directions mid-drive, and then boom, delivers the payload. We use it all the time in the tunnels. You have a choice of two. I have some Mason's mortar over here, makes the area all sticky-like. You get me? And I got some, I don't know, fragmentation stuff. I'll put all the sharp stuff in there and cause some real damage. Your choice. Mason's mortar or fragmentation?
So
Look at the
shrapnel-
fragmentation. I love it.
Shrapnel.
I did not
Alrighty.
understand what Mung just said to us.
So here's the handout, guys. Give it a quick read here. Fist-sized ball made of two hemispheres containing a payload. Essentially, you wind it up as many times as you want, as far as you want it to go. Every 30 feet, it changes direction and then explodes, delivering the payload.
Oh. That looks like fun.
Now, I only got one of these, so make it worth it. You want more? You come see me on the service. You survive this thing, and I hook you up.
Julian has
This
this.
thing looks great. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, holding on to it. I will. He already winded it up, right?
No. You see, you have the key here, you put it in, and you wind it up only when you're ready to use it, eh? And then as soon as you say the word, alright, and it's written right here on the side, you see it, you read it? Can you read it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. So when you say that word out loud, this little fizzy tail here, it will ignite, and you have mere seconds before it goes off.
What's the word, Julian?
It's right here on the side of the contraption, you see it?
Bird is the word.
Oh god!
We're all dead.
I'll be sure to put in a good word with my fellow guild members of the quarry. If you ever find yourselves in the clay strip, ask for Zala Keencutter. He's a rough and gruff foreman, you know? Looks out for us. Whether you'd be looking for building materials, artisans, explosives, I'll speak to him about cutting you a special deal.
Zalakeen Cutter. Definitely look out for him back on the surface. Thanks, Morg.
Hey.
Stay safe.
Yeah. Alright, don't die. And he makes for the exit.
Thanks, Mom.
Cool.
And just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
With that, your companions depart. The flail snail remains here, sort of already feasting on the few corpses you left upon the floor, just sort of over them and consuming them. It's gonna chill here for a while. It sort of approaches the grate by the doors, and you know how I described it. There's like snakes beneath the grate. He like takes one of them, like sort of slurps it up like spaghetti. No big deal. Gets bitten a few times, shrugs it off, doesn't care.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we got everything that we need. Next room, there's no other entryways to go about this place. Yeah, we put all our money on this, so this is it.
Can you
One
give
of
me the ability to control this little token?
Sure.
I'm gonna wind up the
there you
mouse ball twice
You didn't name
right
it.
now.
Sounds good.
He did. He said he was going to.
He
thought
did.
was. Did you
And
think
he-
he was kidding?
No, but it hits harder when you get access and then you see the name at the bottom. Continue. Forgive my childish behavior.
It's the little things. All right.
Is he mixed there? So I love it.
I love you guys' plan. I just put him there because, like, oh yeah, they're harvesting like the basilisk steers, like, you know, some lore, some, you know, tell some story of the environment. You guys like, we're gonna use it. We're gonna cut its fucking head off and fucking petrify the room. All right, what you guys do?
I'm glad I
Real
have
quick.
to speak with animals.
Anybody
Give me.
needs a break? IRL.
I think I'm okay right now.
Okay, just give me the opportunity.
Real quick, can you give me control over Group's minions as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Less work for me. Not Julia, Julian. Lorian, see, there we go.
See, I totally knew that having characters called Julian and Julia would totally fuck somebody up someday.
It's fine. Big Mama. Call that.
Big Mama.
You should be able
That's
to
what I've been
control.
saying the whole time.
You should be able to move those tokens. I'll have her character sheet. It's fine. It's not. The reason why I'm not giving you control over the character sheet itself is because I have these monsters in the wild, so I don't want you to have supervision in the future if you ever encounter these again, because you can see through them. Anyways, what do you guys
Gotcha.
do from here?
There's only one thing left to do, right?
I see one door left. One door remains.
Does anybody need some last minute healing before we go in?
No, and also I'm gonna add with the healing. Should I be like a buddy to you guys, or should I let you, like, you know, actions consequence, just all the actions that you guys did so far, just let you ride with it, or should I give you guys a little hint regarding what the last hour development here?
Has this taken an hour? The
Yeah.
talk with animals is 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to get in the way of anybody's fun by intervening, but I can see something that will help you guys. But it's a little bit above the table. Your call.
Go for it.
The
Everything's
shroud.
very vague, so I don't
Okay,
know.
I'll be less vague, but not so specific. The shroud is a magic item.
Hmm.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
If
have
only we had somebody who could identify.
Yeah.
We just haven't taken a short rest yet to identify it.
Yeah, it would take a whole long rest.
Yeah,
Or
you-
give you
you-
short rest. Sorry.
You
sorry.
can't
What do you
short
mean?
rest
Oh.
here. You can't.
Oh, wait, but he said it took an hour, so one of us can attune to it if we want to.
Well,
We're on the precipice of a giant battle, and there's a thing going on the other side. I don't think we have the time, though. That's the thing.
It's okay.
doesn't an identify only take 10 minutes as a ritual?
It does.
But
If you're
nobody
casting
here
the
has that
spell.
What?
We don't have the spell.
We don't have the spell identify.
Nobody
Yes.
has the spell.
No.
No.
Melina had the spell, and unfortunately, she is not in our party at this time.
All right. So what's the suggestion? Just put this on and see what it does, twirl around?
That's exactly what I'm suggesting. You can just put it on blind. But, that is your call. I'm just giving you the option. Some items you can just do that. Yeah, it looks, it's all bloody and shit.
Very, very crimson at the bottom.
Yeah.
Looks like a butcher's cape or some shit.
Yeah.
Any volunteers? I mean,
I'm already
I'll put it
wearing
on.
a cape. If you want.
Yeah, so am I. I don't have any attunement slots left.
Oh, I'll give it a whirl.
Sound grows ever so muted around you for maybe 6 seconds as you feel the cloak embrace you. It tightens a little bit and relaxes and flaps along with your cape of fabulousness, whatever it's called. You're wearing two capes.
It's now fabulous.
This item does not require attunement. It just is active.
Ooh.
It has accepted you into its embrace.
Embrace me.
And what
You're just
have I
going into
figured
this
out?
blind. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Other than the sound being muted for a brief few moments,
Yeah.
have I uncovered any other details about what this can and can't do?
Not without identifying it.
Okay.
Roll me. Let's do this. Let's do a fun little thing here. Roll me a religion check, because you might have some background knowledge as your character about what this is exactly. So let's see if you can identify it without using Arcana or anything.
Why, certainly.
You have no idea what this thing is.
No.
No more rolling for you.
It smells like something died in it. That's about
This
all you
is
get.
a cooking
It just smells
apron.
like something died in this.
Exactly what butchers wear. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm never giving you my inspiration again. I'm just kidding.
A paladin who
You
doesn't
know-
have proficiency in religion is a first for me. Interesting.
Who needs religion? Nobody.
Who needs
You
religion?
seek the glory and renown.
He's an atheist.
I believe in all religions. So much so that I forget all I've learned.
So he's agnostic.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, team, aside from this cloak smelling like shite, I don't think it really does much.
Cloak of smell like shite.
Well,
Stink
With it
Help
being
out
made-
Winston. She cast prestidigitation. It makes the cloak smell like fresh cut grass.
Your spell does not take.
Oh no.
If anything, now it smells
Oh.
worse.
Oh, what are you doing, Naya? It's worse now. Stop it.
Let's try.
You are trying to undo something that is like bound to this item as a property. It's
Smell.
unmodifiable. Yeah. It's because it's not a mundane item. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's kind of like trying to like de-illuminate a ever-glowing item. Same sort of deal. So, we ready to open door? How are we doing this?
well, hold on, listen.
Yeah.
According to this map, it looks like we're gonna be on a raised platform or a little stairway with. Is that like another winch?
You want to show the
Looking at
map?
Yeah.
Because
Well, I have the map pulled up.
yeah, the handout is right there if everybody wants to share it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Is
called
that like a
done.
winch? Is that another winch right there?
Like
in the middle of
roll
that
me a perception check. Just because you can either go by what Nick sees, or let's see if your character is better at what Nick sees. It looks like, because you're looking from a bird's eye view, a 10-foot long flat disc-like device, like a plate hung up, but it's like 10 feet in diameter.
10 feet in diameter, and then how? I guess I can't get a scale of how tall, but
Not via the map, but yeah. From the way the map is drawn with a surf perspective, it looks round and just hung up vertically. The way it's shaded and stuff and whatnot.
Is this a mirror?
Likely. Like, same shape. I can't confirm, but it's a good guess.
Fuck. Well, there's no way we might be able to sneak by if this is going to be magically there, if it's a mirror. I was hoping we could try to get, throw that bomb and, use some of my abilities. Try to go for the leader, cut the head off the snake, literally in this instance, but looks like we're going to be stopped. It's going to be hard. We might have to dogpile through. I don't know.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
Well, if you use the jewel for invisibility, I can give you the ability to fly.
I could use it, but it's just a matter of if everyone else can get through.
Fucking, I hate.
You'll all be able to charge. Hold on.
I hate doors in D&D.
Stop putting shit there.
Stop putting doors.
Make a plan before you go through the door.
Just make a dungeon with no doors.
You guys are doing wonderful. I'm just never putting doors in dungeons ever again.
I've always wanted to know why, when you're adventuring, is every single door always already shut? Like, who goes around?
To give you the chance to stealth in, to give you a chance to break line of sight.
Like, is there an NPC? Is there a little goblin going around and shutting doors?
You let one guard escape.
No worries.
Yeah.
That's just for funsies.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Well then.
Game plan. Talk to me, Big Mama.
Well, I can just go through and use the amulet, allow me to cloak myself, and then go through there. But I don't know. You guys might get stopped by whatever's in front of here. It's hard to say. But if worse comes to worse, we might just have to plow through.
What are these little troglodytes? Send the troglodyte, the
hookers.
The hookers.
Send in the hookers.
Send in the hooks.
Well, we'll lose our element of surprise. They seem a little bit lumbering, per se.
Yeah, but see, they've already died once, so I'm less caring of them.
Oh,
jeez.
Winston is anything but like he is super honest. That's what I like about his character. Like, doesn't fucking.
They're already dead. It's not. Yeah, they're already dead.
It's the only virtue I know.
Yeah, they're already dead. I'll push ahead of them just to be safe. See what I can see and report back. Julian, why don't you get into my head here real quick? Or better yet, if you have a way to cloak yourself, try to move with me.
I have either the ability.
Not without blinding you.
I have either the ability to make Julia fly, so she can have an additional layer of stealth because she can't, to lower the risk of bumping into somebody, and getting around obstacles if there's any kind of level differences, like we were kind of perceiving a bit on the map, or I can give someone the invisibility as well.
I'll take invisibility.
I'll use the amulet's powers and cloak myself with it, and then everyone else can move behind us, but we'll need to be fast. If we can get the jump on them, you and I, Julian, you throw the bomb, I'll get a couple arrows out. We can really hit them hard. We're really gonna need it here. The Lash of Shadows is on the line. We can't let them have it. We gotta take it, or nothing but destruction will come.
So Naya will take out her bandor and play a soft melody to cast invisibility upon Julian.
Sounds good. For the sake of stealth, you don't have to roll it because your music melds with the sound of ritual drums beyond the door, now loud and clear, and even louder within the room. Every now and then you hear this metallic ring out. Boom, boom, like a gong going off. And you realize what's a thing on the map. It's not a mirror.
Bang a gong.
It's a gong.
Well, someone's banging it.
So, how do we open this door?
I leave that to you.
You could try the handle. Try the handle.
Is it a push
there
or
a
pull?
handle?
Does it say on the door?
Gently pushing it, it swings ever so open an inch.
Oh, okay.
Letting the sound of ritual drums and the smell of boiling flesh and the iron smell of blood and the ever-susurrating hissing of dozens of snakes.
In the spirit of being stealthy, that is not my forte, so I'm gonna depend on this team to tell me when to start a ruckus, because I'm coming in there with a ruckus.
I think when you hear the explosion is when the
got
ruckus starts.
Ruckus will begin upon explosion. Noted.
Tom, there is nothing for us to click on this door if you're waiting.
Okay, I'm just waiting for you to say that you're opening the door, okay? So,
yeah, I'll open it.
Allow me to narrate what you see as you stealth your way in. Julia and Julian, roll me stealth with advantage. This is just purely to see how lucky you are in terms of loudness. In terms of visibility, you're invisible, undetectable in that regard. Neat.
23.
Let me remove the door for the sake of this and see. Let me see what you guys can see from here. All right. Yeah, you guys have a good full view of the room, and Julian rolling 29 stealth there. An underground cathedral opens before you. At one end, a sculpted balcony perched atop 5 rearing stone serpents. A large serpent with the upper body of a woman dominates this balcony. Held in her grasp is a 5-headed whip, coiled tight around her arm. Blood and viscera dripping from the stone serpent's jaws falls into a semicircular basin, and from there flows along sloped trough into a wide stone bowl set into the floor. You see crazed revelers claw and feast upon the gore within the blood pool, where the remains of the cult's many prisoners float amid lacerated bits of snake and scale. The revelers' bodies contort in wild angles as they take on new shapes, aberrant like those of the brood guards you've slain at the temple's gate just behind you. South of the bowl is a mezzanine, prominently situated atop which is a cauldron, steaming broth within it that exudes a flesh-like odor. You stand by a large gong carved with snake patterns. This chamber swells with serpent folk, conglomeration here to partake in some depraved ritual. I'm guessing everybody who's invisible is holding back in the chambers, out of sight. Julia, and Julian, you see directly ahead of you, maybe 20 feet ahead, is a hooded figure. In the revelry, it holds a gong mallet in its hand, but it's facing away from you for now, as the gong still reverberates from the last time it was hit.
Timing the intervals with our ears and everything, just being keen and knowing this, and perceiving it. Is there a pattern to it where it's like, okay, I'm going to bang the gong 3 times, wait 2 minutes or whatever time, bang it again 3 minutes so we can time the intervals?
It's very much more specific than that. You watch as a line of preceding rituals participants sort of approaches this basin that's and sort of go down the slope, and dagger in hand each, they approach the basin, bring it up to their necks, and with the ring of the gong, they slit their necks and fall into the basin to be feasted upon by others. This happens every minute or so. And it seems that has been going on for quite a while.
Okay, we actually just heard a gong, so we have about a minute or so. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Julian, this is our chance. We can throw the bomb. I say we target the Lash of Shadows holder. I'll get some good arrow shots on her, and then we can start to filter through. We can use the high ground to our advantage.
Reminder, I still have telepathy up from last session. It lasts for like 3 hours.
Yeah, telepathy, and you also have the rapport spores from the Mycon and Sovereign, so combined, everybody in the party is pretty much benefiting from, telepathy. So this is why I wasn't having you guys roll, like, any stealth or talking to each other, because... Yeah.
Okay.
For the sake of just more immersion, if I may narrate a little bit further here, as I mentioned, you see perched atop a staging platform of stone overlooking a pit full of snakes is a female serpent folk with the upper body of a human woman, and the head of a snake. A female serpent folk is giving a speech holding aloft this wicked-looking whip, ending in several writhing snakes, magically animated to life. And you hear her sort of give off the sermon. Behold, lash of shadows, delivered unto us by Zehir's devout. With it we shall see our enemies driven before us. Before us, they are but slugs in the sun. As you guys continue on proceeding into the chamber, you continue hearing her sermon. They who are privy to a great becoming, and you who recognize them as nothing, ants in the afterbirth. It is in their nature to do one thing correctly. Before me, they shall rightly tremble. Fear is not what they owe us, no. Them and the other pissmires, they owe us awe. At that point, Julian, you position yourself several feet behind the reveling sort of cultist there, who begins to lift up his mallet in preparation to ring out the gong as yet another cultist approaches the blood pool.
I'm gonna crouch down and quietly place the mouse on the floor in front of me.
The bomb?
And
yep.
Yeah, the mouse bomb. And I'm waiting for when this guy swings the bong to say bird.
Which is indeed the word on the side of the contraption. Fair enough.
Which is the word.
As the gong boom rings out, and the revelers hiss and shout in unison, you give it the key a few twists. How far do you want to go? How far are you sending it?
I mentioned before that I was twisting it twice beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna send it. It's gonna turn here. It's gonna go 60 feet and explode right in the middle right there.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I didn't see how many there were earlier. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Julie Galea?
I was going to say, I want to time this too, so I can try to use my assassin feature once.
I'll tell her, I'm sending the bomb right as the bomb rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of this, I'm turning the camera toward the rest of the party there. Greep, Nia, Winston, are you just waiting for the sound of explosion? You're not doing anything else?
Waiting for the boom.
I'm waiting for the boom, but I would pick up Hissy McStairs a lot here and just, give him little pets and be like, okay, I believe in you. Go after all. And I'm doing this as best I can in beast speech, which I can't do at all. Go after all the snake people, the people who go, look at them, all right? I believe in you. Wait for the bomb. Wait for the bomb.
A cacophonous rattle of snake calls rises as the lash wielder raises her hands skyward. The preacher continues to address her congregation from her perch, and the ceremony reaches fever pitch as the revelers feast upon snake flesh. They toss the snake remains into the pit. Through the cacophonous uproar, the mouse trap whizzes forward with the little mouse tail lit, and a little trail of smoke, nigh unnoticed by the revelers, creeps into the crowd. Through the cacophonous uproar, you hear a hissing rise from the snake pit as, to your horror, you watch the snakes burst in a gore explosion of guts and blood, slowly filling the pit in a viscous ooze of writhing viscera. It is done! And the serpent woman, perched atop her stage, folds her arms across her chest and, lash in hand, steps forward as the mouse bomb approaches its final position. She steps forward up onto open air and drops into the bloody muck pooling below. And with a nauseating splash, she is immersed in the pool below. A painful cry seems to reverberate from all throughout in unison as the bomb explodes. Can I get everybody to roll me initiative, please?
Well, hold on. Sorry, I wanted to try and use my assassin feature.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
So your assassin feature affects anybody who did not get a turn yet, correct?
Well, I wanted to get the surprise on them.
Oh yeah, I roll initiative and then I put a surprise condition on people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, surprise is a condition, right? There's no surprise round.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So, I will go ahead and roll initiative in groups, because there's a lot of people in here.
I also need the sheet for the minions.
No, I told you I'll handle them. It's fine. The reason why they need to be control for the sheet is because they're out there in the wild in other forms, and it's complicated on the DM side.
Gotcha.
The Hulk horrors have a melee attack within 5 feet reach, and the brute guards have reckless, which activates automatically when they attack. And if they clasp their jaws, it's a grapple. There's not much to remember. Yeah, just tell them who to attack; they will attack.
Natural 20. Yeah.
And then one more initiative roll, and I'll go ahead and sort them. Coolio. So first I'll resolve the damage done with a bomb. Can you ping the exact square, Julian, where it went off? Because you said it changed direction on the corner here. So right over yonder?
Yep.
Shrapnel within 20 feet, I believe. So let me
60
draw.
feet. And it exploded right there in the middle.
It's a DC 15 dex. No, that's for the other one. No. Yeah, the fragment, it's a DC 15 dex.
Coolio.
And it's 5d thick damage.
Good. Can you go ahead and roll me the damage, Julian, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Let's go. Big damage, big damage.
5d6.
20,
That's
so
alright.
10 is half? Okay,
Not bad.
fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So some of them can survive. So starting from the very north, and sort of working my way to the south, I have this cultist here taking the dexterity save. Saving against a 15, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 15.
So taking half is okay. Ta. 1, 2, 3. A lot to resolve here. Saves. Dies to the explosion. Dies to the explosion over here. This one is also affected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So counting from left.
Ooh,
dies.
love that.
Oh,
Yes.
Almost fails.
Yeah.
Only one,
Fuck yeah.
only 2 survived.
That's a fail. Dies to explosion. Fragmentation. Dies to explosion. Fails as well. Dies. On the center. Dies. 12. Dies. Big hit. Using the tools. I love it. 14. Dies. I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they all died. I don't know why. Okay.
But there was a 17 and a 15, so there should be 2 alive.
That's before. I got it.
Beast.
And last one, who was behind half cover, so give him advantage there. Doesn't matter, he dies. Takes a shrapnel to the face. Cool, so I have 2 cultists remaining. Then we have the big snake-headed boys over yonder, these guys. They're gonna go ahead and brace against the impact of the grenade for a 1, 2, 3, 4. DC 15. Ooh, all but one failed.
Nice.
So that is 20 damage off the bat to each of them. 1. The 2 closest to the center take the full damage. The one furthest away on the other side of the room braces against the explosion and takes only half damage. And we have these caster-looking ladies. They are going to go ahead and commit to that same dexterity save. 1, 2. One saves, one doesn't. Minus 10, minus 20. 1, 2, that, I believe that's all the targets. So as the mouse trap explodes out, I'm gonna say you have surprise condition on all but the one who dove into the pool over yonder. She is below there, below the pool.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'm first then.
I'll put on the combat music and we can start with Julie Gulia.
Do these 2 caster ladies, do they look bloodied at all? Are they hurting pretty bad, or just took a little bit of a wound?
They look wounded, but they're not bloody. No, they keep on chanting, but their chant is interrupted by the explosion as several cultists go flying about the room. They're collecting themselves, but they don't look bloodied now.
Okay. I'm going to move here to the edge, and then while that's going, she just like rushes up real quick, grabs her arrows in hand, holding it like Mongolian style, just like real rapid pace, and she's going to go for this one here, these big boys. And
Let loose.
Okay, I let this go. Let's do this. I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark on. Let me make sure I dock that off my spells.
Anybody new to D&D, here's how the surprise condition works.
Ooh, I like this music. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark this one here, and he is going to get this volley. Okay, sharpshooter. Let's go. Oops, actually that should be with advantage. I'll roll normal one more time just to even it, because it should be with advantage. Okay, does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits.
Okay, then I don't know how to do the automatic crit damage, so...
Roll your dice twice.
It's doing a total of 15. It's doing a total of 25. Hold on, so I need to do just slash
Just
one.
roll another
what,
1d8 plus 1d6.
yeah, does Hunter's
Well,
Mark get that bonus too?
Yeah.
You tell
For
me it's
crit?
on your sheet.
It's not on a sheet though. I mean, it's not a thing.
Is it a dice roll?
Crits. It's a dice roll, but it comes from a spell.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know if
reroll
crit
all damage
applies to
die.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 1d6. Okay, I'm gonna save this as a thing. Copy. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 20. So that's 32 damage off the first one.
You bloody idiot.
Okay. Second arrow is going in for a 24.
Hits. You are no longer invisible after the first strike. For all that counts.
So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 4, 17, 8, that's 28.
That's perfect lethal.
Oh, fuck yeah. 2 arrows just sinking deep. Let's have some fun. Let's put him in both eye sockets as he just turns around and hears the explosion and just gets fucking annihilated.
And then just falls back dead into the pool behind it.
And then the last one will go for here, because I have Dread Ambusher.
Mm-hmm.
For 15 to hit. And hit the last one, assuming... Ooh, for 11. Oh, fuck yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 22... 33?
33?
That one. Yeah.
Bloodied.
This guy.
Another target bloodied.
I did my bonus action. I still have movement.
Are all 3 of your
right.
attacks automatic crits?
When I have the surprise condition. Only when I have the surprise condition.
Welcome to Assassins.
Oh, wow.
That's what it says that. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, because I have 45 movement. And that'll end my turn here.
Sounds good. You on Team Allison's are surprised. Cultists of Merilith are surprised. Nia Belheim's turn.
Nia will come forward because she can't see a thing that's in the room yet. Because she's just far back. So she will come forward and...
There's 2 on the ramp at the bottom. They're still kicking.
So from here, from semi-cover, I'll say, she will come forward and will take out her gun, her Avengers Kiss, and take aim at
Wait, I thought you gave that to me.
No, I have it.
Jesus.
Okay, never mind that.
And take aim at this one. The blue one, big one.
Aim to hit. A 16 hits. The shot rings out throughout the room, reverberating, and the bullet sails and hits flesh. Sinking for 9 piercing damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Checking resistances. Nope, takes full effect.
And then she will.
Gun, the best spell.
And then we'll retreat a small bit back into the cover of the hallway a bit.
Sir Winston.
Just seeing where my movement is. All right. So with the basilisk in hand and the boom, I'm gonna charge forth. I'm gonna go straight here. This is the first person I can see.
As Winston charges through the party, you see like raven feathers, bloodied raven feathers trailing behind him from coming off the bloodied cloak. You charge toward the cultist.
I would. So I'm charging towards this cultist. Let's see here. I would. I'm gonna on my way. I would shout, "Prepare thyselves for a ruckus of stone cold vengeance!"
Intruders, we have intruders, we have intruders! Just swing a sword.
In front of this guy, I would hold up the basilisk and take off the blinders and shout, "Gaze upon your demise!"
Fair enough. I'm gonna say that the hissy is holding an action. You're holding him within your grasp. I'll allow it. It's cool. Let's see here. Basilisks, eh? Petrifying gaze. As it lifts of his gaze, creatures within sight of it. So DC 12 Constitution saving throw. You got it. This is funny. Constitution. 1. No. And
That
then,
hurts.
yeah. So, on a failed save, the creature magically begins to turn to stone and is restrained. Okay, so he begins to turn to stone. Restrained.
Divine justice. I imagine all of that takes my action and my movement. So, I'm good.
Alrighty then. From within the gurgling, burbling pool of blood at the center of the chamber, you see something rise. With a nausing splash, the immersed figure rises. A painful cry seems to reverberate from all throughout as, resurfaced, you see the serpent transformed into an antediluvian Anathema. Let me put her on the map within view.
Yes,
Like a
I
monster.
know what that is.
Can we... Can we all roll a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, please?
Winston dislikes this saving throw.
The saving throw is against the effect of frightened, for all that matters. Winston, I think you might have an effect for that.
Oh wait, I do. Where's that buried? I gotta find it.
By far the most loathsome serpent you've ever seen, the creature arises from the pool. With lash in hand, you hear a chanting sound of worship as this divine incarnation comes to completion. Truly bizarre in appearance, her body stretches like a 25-foot-long serpent, a pair of humanoid arms with claws. 3-fingered hands protrude from her joint, where 6 like serpent heads at the clavicle rise from the shoulders. Behold, I have become an exemplar of the Cloaked One, and we have guests. All right. So, anybody succeed that?
Nope.
I'm
Unless
gonna
you're
give
some-
to,
yeah.
Winston, the amulet charge.
Sounds good. Resolve that. Those of you who fail the DC 17 Wisdom saving throw become frightened of snakes and snake folk while they're in view of you. A frightened target can repeat the same throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on success. You tried. So go ahead and mark yourself as frightened, and remember you are.
I don't think.
I love the clumsiness.
I don't think that my counter charm works once we're already frightened, does it? I don't like the way I'm reading it. It doesn't.
It can suppress the effect.
You read your own sheet, man.
The way that I read it is it only works for it helps on you get advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. It doesn't say that it resolves it.
Oh yeah, but it would work on everyone at the end of our turns.
I guess, yeah. Okay.
So we resolve that. Everybody apply their conditions on themselves. All right. Carrying on with my turn then. The Anathema rises from the pool and slithers forth. She is going to go ahead and cast a spell onto herself. Hissing in a pseudo-archaic draconic tongue. Speed! Haste! Come forth! And she clasps her hands forth and enchants herself, concentrating on that spell. I'll mark that so I don't forget. So that is... Makes cast one spell, one flurry of bites, and one attack with constrict. Alright, fair enough. Boo! Rising at the height of the platform upon which you find yourself, Winston, you are at the forefront of the party, acting as its avant-garde. This attack, is it advantageous against you since you're frightened, or did you manage to save against it?
I'm a little confused here. I was reading.
Are you frightened?
Yes, I'm definitely
Okay, so my attack is advantageous against you, I believe. Let me check that. F, frightened. Nope. I don't have advantage. Okay, cool. So no more roll against you. For constrict, a 19 against your armor.
I have a 19 armor.
That's unfortunate. Take 20 bludgeoning damage as you're constricted within this acidic grasp and are grappled in place. You are restrained.
Okie doke.
With that, how much did I move from here? I moved 15. I have climb speed, so it's going to go ahead and climb up. And Flurry of Blow has a reach of 10 feet. Nia, against you, Flurry of Bites. For a 17 to hit.
Naya will use her reaction to use use of protective wings upon herself, raising her AC to 19.
Fair enough. And using its hasted action, it's going to go ahead and attack. You. I don't see you, Julian. Actually, I can't attack you. That's a good call.
I'm still stealthed. Yes.
I'm gonna roll I'm gonna flip a coin here. If it's 2, it's Winston. If it's 1, it's Nia. In the flurry of battle, she will hit Winston against a restrained target. I believe that's advantage. Flash of Shadows. 32 to hit. Not even gonna ask. Additional 18 magical slashing damage. Can you make me a DC 17 Constitution saving throw against poison, Winston?
$23.
23 saves against the poison. You take only half of 3d6. 3 poison damage. Measly. But you are restrained. Yes.
3. Got it.
With that, it is going to go ahead and drag Winston across the chamber with its haste speed for an additional 40. You are grappled, and I guess the creature is in your grasp as well, so it's going to go ahead and carry you forth.
Winston's feeling woozy.
Here. Just checking that I have my action economy correct with the haste spell. Yes. Okay. That will be its turn resolved. We have next in turn order. A surprised Nightmare Speaker. Greep. That will be you, Julian.
Yeah.
Get in there.
How much movement speed these things have?
Each hook horror Spore Serpent has 20-foot speed. They are slowed because, like Julie Goulet said, they are sort of sluggish and zombie-like. It's 20 feet each.
Mm-hmm. Including the small one?
The small one as well, yeah. Reduced by 10, 20 feet, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have them... and dash forward. Can they only move 30 feet to get through Julia and Nia?
It'll be difficult terrain moving through allies. So you'll be losing 5 feet each for each. If you're dashing, that's 30 feet.
Yeah. They can't actually get very far.
You can get as close as to these brood guards over yonder.
Oh wait, this guy's smaller though. This guy can get by zigzagging. Can I say that the small one went first?
You're controlling them, Julian. Or however I wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the small one moved first. So he's dashing to get through here. And then how big is this sledge? How tall is the sledge?
It is about 50 feet drop down. 1-5.
50 feet?
1-5.
Okay,
15.
he's just gonna... Oh, 1-5, 15.
Yeah. Not 5 stories.
He'll just move down.
Sounds good.
And then we'll have just Creepus coming up from behind.
You're just moving them? Any attacks? Anything?
They nothing to attack at the moment, I believe.
Okay.
Where's this guy?
It's so slow.
Then it's your turn. You lucked out. Creepy's right before you.
Yeah,
You're still invisible.
it's great.
Frightened but invisible.
I am still invisible.
So advantage, disadvantage cancel each other out for... Yeah.
A normal attack roll. What I'm gonna do is I'll use my action to drink the potion of heroism.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm just gonna look it up real quick so I'm in the clear as well for what it
Giving
does.
myself temporary hit points and the bless effect.
Yeah. So 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour until you lose them, and then no concentration bliss. Nice. Bless being, I believe you add a d4 to your rolls, if I remember the spell by heart.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm gonna move down here. My game is...
It's okay, you can just
Listen.
narrate what you're doing. I can move your token for you. What's up?
So I'm moving down there. I'm gonna be bonus action dashing as I move, so I can ignore the difficult terrain.
Sweet.
I wanted to move in front of where those dudes at the bottom were, but not actually touch them. Is this like a slope going down?
Yes. No stairs.
Okay, so when I get to like close to the bottom, I'm gonna just vault over the railing.
Sounds good. You
to
can
the
parkour
side.
over that with your long jump. Part of your movement, yeah.
And I'm gonna try and sort of while I'm still invisible, I'm gonna try and just navigate my way towards where the big lady grappling Winston is.
Now, here's the problem though. While frightened, you cannot approach the source of your fear.
Oh, right. I completely forgot about that.
It's okay.
So I can move down, but I can't move east.
Mhm. Do you want to think about it? Give Julia Gilead a moment to act?
No, it's fine. I'll just end my turn.
Okay. Your call. Julie Gilead, top of the round then.
I will re-roll the wisdom save, right?
Yeah, at the end of your turns, you guys get to reroll against the fear, of course.
Perfect.
That saves. You're no longer feared. So Julie Gilead's turn then.
Okay. Shit.
Shit.
Yeah. We got a good bounce on them, but
Amazing
that
bounce on
lady's
them.
Scaring me. Okay. I'm actually. Oh fuck! Someone's crawling on my wall. That scared the shit out of me.
Somebody's crawling up your wall.
No. Something was crawling on my wall.
Fair enough.
Okay. So I can see this person. Actually, I want to ask something. If I'm right here, and I throw a bead of force at Snake Lady, okay, that would entrap her. Nothing can pass through the sphere, meaning she can't attack. Only breathable air, so she's stuck. However, how are we ruling magic though? Because if magic can't go through the barrier or anything like that, then that would be dope. And I'm hoping that barrier would like cut off like Winston or whatever and just entrap her, and Winston won't be grappled. But if she can still cast magic, because it has to come from a source, meaning magic has to go outward to do whatever.
Use your action to throw the bead up to 60 feet away. Valid. The bead explodes on impact and is destroyed. Each creature within 10 feet radius of where the bead has landed must succeed a dexterity saving throw, DC 15, or take force damage. A sphere of transparent force that encloses the area for 1 minute. Any creature that failed to save and is completely 10 feet radius completely. This creature's height would not be completely within the sphere, just so you know. This is a huge creature. Usually, like, large creatures would fit inside at 1 beat of force, but huge creatures not so much. Nonetheless, any creature that fails the saving throw is completely within the area is trapped inside the sphere. The creature that succeed on a save are partially within the area, are pushed away from the center of the sphere until they are no longer inside of it. Only breathable air can pass through the sphere. No attacks or other effects, including spells, can. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere's wall, moving the sphere up to half the creature's speed. Yeah, like a sphere
like
of invulnerability. Yeah. So effects include spells. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not going to use it on her, but on him, if I use it on him, can he? Is the effect like it has to stay unless it's dispelled? It'll be there for a minute. Can I? There's nothing for me to drop because there's just no concentration or anything.
No, it will be there for a minute. Yes, correct. Unless it's dispelled by like anti-magic or something.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Then
pushing away the Anathema from Winston will unrestrain him, because as long as he's out of her reach, which you saw was 10 feet, he'll be unrestrained by it.
Yeah, he just will be useless all combat then for a minute, which is like 10 rounds.
I mean,
he's trapped inside of it. He can't do anything, except just roll around. Fuck. Okay, then I will wait, and then I'm going to finish off. Hopefully, try and finish this boy off up here. What?
Nothing. Waiting for your dice rolls.
For 13, I don't think hits.
13 does not hit.
Okay.
Rather, it hits the target, but the arrow meets true, but it gleams off the scales.
Yeah. Also, bonus action, I'll move Hunter's Mark to him, and then we'll do another one for 12. Unfortunately.
Unfortunate, another parry.
Okay, that's my turn. I'm gonna stay there then.
That's fine. The UNTs regroup to defend the Anathema. I'm gonna start with the one to the furthest over here. It's gonna go past you, Julian. You can forego your opportunity attack if you wish to stay invisible, but it's gonna go past you. Your call. Whether or not your opportunity to strike it or not. Lorian.
Yeah, I'll forego it.
Okay, so it's gonna charge past you, and as it does so, it hisses a spell, and yep.
Wait, never mind. I ignore.
And sort of rakes its claws across the sword. It emits a few greenish sparks, and then illuminates with a familiar greenish flame as it whispers some sort of a hex onto its blade. It's gonna go ahead and approach the treacherous Mushroom Sovereign servants and swing at them. We have Mounts and Hexblade. Makes 2 melee attacks. against the armor class of 14. It does not manage to hit it. What's my movement speed on the second one there? 30 feet? Okay.
Is it casting Green Flame Blade on attack split?
Yep, seems like so. Second one runs past you, Julian, to form a front line. It's gonna go ahead and swing its blade at the large creature in front of it, at the hook horror, for 2 strikes for 19, I believe, hits. Yes. The hook horror in front of it takes 6 slashing damage, 5 fire damage, deals an extra 2 psychic damage. The target must make me a wisdom saving throw. I'll do that, don't worry about it, Julian. Let's resolve that. Wisdom.
If it's casting the spell, it shouldn't get an extra attack because spells are different from attack rolls. From melee attacks.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna pause this action to confirm this. What's up? Wrathful Smite is bonus action. Green Flame Blade is casting an action and it gets to make 1 attack with it. And 1 attack with it is also a multi-attack for the monster. So what's up? What's wrong with my stat block here?
Oh, is multi-attack different from extra attack?
Yes, it is. So I hit for 6 plus 5 plus 2. It saved against the wisdom saving throw of the Melson. Okay, I applied the damage. Six, 5, 2. An additional 6 damage to the Brood Guard right next to it as the leaping flame leaps to it. There we are. Alrighty then. Nia does a bow strike at disadvantage against you because you have all these creatures in front of you as trying to sort of weave its longbow shot between them. It's going to be a disadvantage. Does a 8 and a 10 misses. Jesus. Natural 1 misses, and natural 1 misses. So Nia, you see like 4 arrows fly past the beast, some of them blocked by the beast in front of you, some of them gleam past it and enter the wall beside you, leaving a streak of like poison where the arrow tip hit inches away from your ear as these 2 Melsons take their shots. That's going to be it for the Melsons. We have then the Cultists of Merilith are going to do the one action they're good at, which is Bask in Reverence. Next in turn order is Winston.
Remind me, I know I'm restrained in some. Am I grappled? Is this something I can use as strength?
Yes, so you are grappled, and while you're grappled, you're restrained. The strength saving throw against it is DC 16.
I'm going to use. Yeah, I'm going to use the a bonus action for the Red Ring of Fury and activate that. So I have advantage on strength checks, and I'm going to try and free myself. Strength. Let's do this.
Don't you just have regular then?
Regular what?
Because you said that gave you an advantage, but since you were already at disadvantage, it's just regular.
Why would I be at disadvantage for a strength check?
You're right.
Is that how that works? I'm not sure.
Only the saving throws, not strength.
Either way.
Yeah, he's good. He's good to roll the advantage. Yeah. 27.
Yes.
Yeah. Either way, 26, 27, you escape. Yeah, you're no longer restrained.
Okay. And that takes an action, right, to do that. So I would drop Hissy here. And that was my action. I'm not going to move, and I use my bonus action. That's all I can do, I guess.
Okay, do you have any resistance to acid damage in any shape or form?
Acid, no. Poison, yes.
Okay, you take the Constrictor's start of target turn effect, which is 22 total damage, and you release yourself, you drop on the ground.
22. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. Anathema.
I'm nearly dead.
that's the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have the elite guards. I'm gonna get out of your reach there, Winston. Do you want to use your reaction as an opportunity attack against the elite guard moving out of your reach?
Of course, I'm going to use my opportunity attack. Assault. It's 6. It shouldn't be advantage. It's a 6.
6? Okay, well, you tried. Okay, fair enough. The bloody creature is going to go ahead and slither in defense of the Anathema, leaving you to the Anathema's mercy. It's going to go ahead and... How far did I move? I keep not measuring myself. That is 30 feet. It's going to go ahead and action... And its turn climbing over yonder. Does it have any reach? No, it does not. Okay, fair enough. Nia.
Peering through the mass of creatures in front of her, she sees poor Winston brought down to his knees, bloodied, and reaches out her hand and murmurs a few words. Well, first, she releases her concentration on Julian's invisibility. Sorry, Julian.
Okay.
Well.
You're invisible.
Well. Julian, just surrounded by 4 enemies. Well.
I'm in danger.
Uh-oh.
I'm in danger.
Join the club, Julian. Join the club.
Fair enough.
Grace of invisibility. She reaches out her hand and murmurs a few words and casts polymorph upon dear Winston, turning him into giant ape.
Oh. Fair enough. Does polymorph have a range of 60 feet?
60 feet.
Giant ape. Winston, do you resist in any shape or form? Because I think you get to. As you feel the familiar change come upon you.
No, I wouldn't resist. I just... Why is everybody turning me into monkeys all the time?
I mean, it's just...
Go for it.
Bleeding.
Let's do this.
Polymorph. What does it do to gear, Nia? You know what?
Not now.
I would imagine it functions like wild shape, where it just absorbs into your body.
That's my understanding as well.
Just this fucking giant ape with a tiny ass cape around its neck. All right, fair enough. So giant ape, eh? Let me give you the stat block for that.
Look up the monster table and come up with something that's not just a giant ape.
Weber can be controlled by, and Weber, here is the stat block for you. See that?
Got it.
All right, cool. Do you want to roll for health, or do you want to take average?
Just do average.
Sounds good. You are gonna end up then here.
And I will take a step back.
And I'll have the creature just not end its turn in the same space as you. There we are. Good. That's a pseudo heal from Nia. She's holding on to that as a concentration, I suppose. Anything else on Nia's turn?
That's it. She took a step back.
Roll for fear to save against it.
Okay. I was going to use counter charm, but poor Winston was about to die.
Another kaiju battle is upon us. The Anathema is going to go ahead and slither sideways and snatch up one of the cultists into her claws and squeeze him, just squeezing the life out of him. That's a bonus action. And it's going to take its actions against Winston first. It's going to take the 4 attacks. One with constrict. Once it can't constrict you because you're too big. Right? No, does not have a size restriction. Against Monkey, we have really only a 12 armor class. Okay. 21 to hit. Giant monkey takes 18 bludgeoning damage and 3 acid damage and is grappled once more. One can treat one with flurry of bites against your little pet there. Basilisk's AC is 15, 19 hits for 27 piercing damage plus 15 poison for a total of 27 because I believe it is immune to poison. Let me double check that. Basilisks don't have immunity to poison. Okay. So that's a total of 27 plus 15 against the Basilisk for 42. As it feasts upon it in a ravenous display of hunger. And okay, one can streak 1 flurry blows and 2 attacks with the Lash of Shadows. Moving at half speed with the giant ape. Just full speed with haste. You then strike your supporters with a lash, punishing the betrayers, the spore servants, 1 against the brood guard with the Lash of Shadows, 24 to hit, 418 slashing damage, and a second one with a 10-foot reach against the other spore servant, getting rid of adds for 16 slashing damage.
Why did I move?
Because you are restrained by it with constrict.
She's dragging you.
Yes.
Okay. And that was against my AC to
Yeah.
that?
Your AC of 12, yes.
Got it. Okay.
Her silky scales are wrapped all around you and just pulling.
But you have a pool of health there. I'm just make sure that... And then just 1 extra attack with the Lash of Shadows because of haste against the brood guard for 15 to hit. Hits and... does not kill. Wow. 1 HP away. Fair enough. That is end of its turn.
But Chad survives.
Can you roll me 2d20s, Lauren, real quick? I'm going to apply their bonuses against the poison effect of the lash. But with that being said, we have the Nightmare Speakers over yonder. A plum of darkness spreads out in a 30-foot sphere at the center of the chamber, enveloping the 2 casters in shadow. The other one is going to go ahead and... that's a reaction. Julian, you're no longer invisible, eh?
I am no longer invisible. I am in danger.
That is unfortunate, my guy. As you see the plum of darkness spread, your magical eyesight catches their eyes gleaming back at you. You realize they have the exact same ability as you to see through this darkness.
Damn.
She's gonna cast Hex upon you.
Oh. Which one casted darkness?
The one nearest to you, this one.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and put a concentration token up on her, and I will put darkness just as it's not my turn anymore. Just trying to resolve this as fast as possible. And then with Hex, until I tell the crowd to return whenever it hits with an attack, eh? This is an attack. 13 to hit against you, Julian.
Does not hit, I dodge it.
Nice. Hex doesn't give me any advantage or anything, no.
With our reflective glowing eyes staring at each other, I see the attack coming, just nimbly dodge out of the way.
Fair enough. Alrighty then, so I'll put the darkness down on the map there, as we have your turn and Greep's turn and all your minions' turns there.
Lock him up. Start making attack rolls.
Alright, you are attacking with a Ritual Morph Brood Guard. You want to go Reckless?
Yeah. So the guy right below him.
I am rolling hidden, sorry. Reckless. Multi-attack. Bite, claw, claw. The first bite attack for a 7.
Reckless makes an advantage, right?
It does for 14 against his armor of 14 hits. And grapples. 3 piercing damage. grapples. Are you following up with 2 claw attacks then? For a 16
Yep.
and 18 to hit, both hit for 6 plus 7 slashing damage. Yep. Bloodying the creature.
And then I'll have this guy attack the one that's in front of him.
No problem. Hooked horror.
Yep.
With its last of its strength, barely holding up with the last of its fighting strength, it's gonna go ahead and hook for twice, hitting against an AC of 14 for 21 to hit. Hits. 13 piercing damage. Those 2 attacks, creatures resolved.
And then, would there be space for the hook horror to get down? Here.
Jump.
Yeah, can he jump there?
You can jump to this spot, taking D10 of damage. Or D6.
Isn't it D6?
D6, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have him do that. I'm gonna have him jump right there.
Take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my gosh, he took the full 6. It's fine. He's on his last legs anyway. We're gonna have this guy charge in from the rear. Too far. Fuck.
Jesus. And just whiff
go.
it. Just
And
jump
he's
over
gonna-
the anathema into the pool.
He's gonna attack the same dude. So first guy makes 2 attacks and then he just yeets out of there. And the second guy comes in for more.
2 screeching strikes for 8 and 12. Ooh, big boy. For 20 damage.
Yep.
Nice. You might come out of this alive, as they're breaching a hole for you to retreat with. Anything from Greep?
And does Greep have more than 20 movement?
You have the character
He
sheet,
doesn't
but I believe he does.
Oh.
30, yep.
Doesn't really have anywhere to stand though. What's his range of a spore thing? It's 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet. Rapid spores is telepathy. Okay, that's his turn. He's gonna dodge.
Fair enough. That's your turn then.
Alright, so
Whoops.
this caster. I don't like that.
Sorry.
So this caster here is casting darkness, and I can tell that she can see in the dark. She's looking straight at me. How's this guy doing? Does it look like he can see?
He's on the edge of it. I believe.
He's not blinded.
Let me check. Darkness from the natural speaker, nightmare speaker. Darkness is a 15-foot radius from her. So yeah, he's on the edge of it. He is. You can see. You can see that he is peering around. He's blinded.
Great. I will bonus action cast Hex on him.
Nice.
No reason not to cast spells anymore, because I'm not invisible.
Hex is what level spell?
First level.
First level? Counter spell. From one of the from one of the casters. They don't know what spell you're casting. They automatically reactively react to this first spell they see somebody cast. They're vigilant about that.
This bitch. Oh my god. Does that still consume my bonus action?
For she does, yeah.
Okay. Gonna cast Green Flame Blade on this big dude.
Go for the attack.
Attacking him.
Yeah. It's fine. You're like, you're consuming like counter spells on cantrips, so
I'm.
they can't tell.
Imagine.
They just see you casting a spell and they're stopping
spell
it.
my
Yeah.
cantrip.
Yeah. Oh boy. That surely hits. Go for damage.
That does 29 damage.
Jesus. 29? How do you want to do this?
Alright, as I see that this guy is looking around aimlessly in the darkness, I take advantage of his sudden blindness and stab the
And I
flaming
stabbeth
dagger
him.
into his throat.
Nice.
Stab a flaming dagger into his throat. And I'm gonna have the leaping flame attack this one.
For how much damage?
Actually, no. It's gonna attack the one on the left.
How much damage? 1?
Or no, more than 1. I'm so much more impressive than that. For 10 fire damage.
Humble as ever. Fair enough. That'll be end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
As you witness the Anathema achieve her ascension, you hear a loud explosion and see a stone door at the far side of the chamber shatter outwards. Gunpowder smoke and lingering sparks spew forth, and from beyond the smoke, you see a large figure, an ogre, charges, great axe in hand, and cleaves a cultist against a wall. As the smoke clears, you see 4 others join the ogre's side. A blue-skinned genasi at the head of the group raises her spear and cries out, "All right, team, let's do this!" "There's one's down. Their flank is open. Move in," says the ogre. A bronze-scaled Revenite Dragonborn charges through the rubble, maul in hand. He looks at the looming abomination before him, points and laughs. 6 heads? We need a bigger trophy, but anyway, I had something for this. What was it? Catchphrase! And he charges in. A stout goblin holding up a glowing warhammer waves through the dust cloud. "Why doesn't anybody ever want to talk things through?" And as he shakes his head and raises his shield, he wades through the rubble as well, metal greaves clanking. "Because this is more fun," replies the shaggy-bearded man as he twirls a dagger in his grasp. "Hey, is that?" "Aw, shit," says Ao Jabbit. "Face Fortune is already here. Move in, big girl. Block their approach. Let's make a quick work of this. Get what we came here for and leave them to the serpents. Keep it together, team. On 3. As you watch and are joined by others. At this point, I'm going to suspend our session in mid-combat, as it is now 9 o'clock, on this sort of cliffhanger, as we have another party join the fray from this side of yonder. We'll resolve that next session. Ooh. Goddamn indeed. I'm going to take a snapshot off initiative order.
Yeah, I should be next on top.
Yes. Just in case I lose it by next session.
Yeah.
Or if I'm counting... Yeah. Right can join us. You have fairer odds. People will be less likely to die, and I'll be more fresh-headed because as much fun as I'm having, I'm getting delirious with fatigue a little bit. So we'll pick it up from next session. And I hope you guys had as much fun as I had.
Fuck yeah, man. There's a lot going on. Big snake lady, fucking scary.
He's scary.
Yeah, the Anathema is another thing altogether, for sure. But that is Avatars of Gods. Big monkey move was fortunate, though, because I was fearing for Winston there for a second. Very easy to get isolated when you're grappled and dragged.
I got him. He big.
Yes, indeed.
And I figured our dear rogue has godlike AC, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah. The rules were not in my favor with those elites at all. But that's fine. I have more tricks up my sleeve. We had one of them die off the bat right over yonder. So, you guys like ghosts?
Will it affect the outcome?
I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. I'm gonna get ahead and get rid of corpses on the map for our next session. So we're clearing the map a little bit. There's dead throughout, but let's clear the dead a little bit. And
no, I want to fight on their corpses. Smash them underneath my boot.
Alrighty then. But thank you for bearing with me, guys. And hopefully you guys had fun.
Fuck yeah. We're in the belly of the beast now.
Big combat. As soon as I had the rivals join in, I'm like, I'm gonna deliver the lines, and then, like I hear myself, and I'm like, I don't have energy left.
Yeah, it's a heavy combat session. I mean, we did a lot of RP before, but also it's a lot of numbers, a lot of stuff moving around.
Oh yeah.
I was surprised they showed up.
I wonder what they're here for.
Yeah,
Don't
not like
let
they're
them.
valuable goods.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy nobody died. Yay, thumbs up. Always the goal.
We're great.
Yeah.
The real boss fight is the rivals. So don't speak too soon.
Hang on.
Yeah. That's why I was so happy when you guys got rid of all those cultists. I'm like, good. They're not gonna be too warned for the real fight. But we'll pick up from that.
That explosion was so cool.
It was a good use of it.
I was adding up all the damage afterwards. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I was hoping that Rhino was going to be here too, so you guys can double up on that. Like bomb and all the mushrooms he collected and stuff, so you guys have a nice AoE thing. Open up with that, and everybody with their AoE spells, shatter and whatnot, and it would be glorious. Well, that's cool. Nobody hit the Anathema yet, so that's going to be interesting.
He can just drop all those spores and everything on the other crew.
I was busy making sure Winston didn't die.
Yep.
As per usual.
Make a giant spore bomb and just give it to the Maroon 6. Be like, here, guys.
Present. Man, Julia Golia rolling those godly initiative rolls. 28, surprise condition, crickles on all strikes. Takes out.
I've noticed that my
initiative
initiative rolls are always really bad. I don't think I've rolled above double digits in initiative since the campaign started.
Surprise condition was good. I was surprised that you didn't take the surprise condition initiative to strike. Just waited for the perfect moment to Nia dropped invisibility. And I'm like, oh,
I was trying to I wanted to go help Winston, and I realized too late that I couldn't go towards him. I was like, well, fuck! I already used my action to drink the potion, and don't have much to do with the bonus action at this point.
Okay, so Serpent Venom, roll for those, because I noticed that you didn't roll the Constitution saving throws. As I said, starting next session, you're going to be starting one Woodguard short, and this guy will be taking damage. You think becoming a sports servant will make you immune to poison or something because you're a mushroom person, but no.
Yeah.
Maybe my con is because they're plants that don't have immunity to poison or something. He does not save against poison, so he takes the full 11 damage. Okay. Just resolving things.
Yeah, Julia, I need you to get out of these dudes' way. Because they only have 20 feet of movement. And you guys right next to each other are 20 feet of difficult terrain.
They're at full health, they're good.
We are not frontliners. We stay at the back.
Yeah, I think I might have a trick or two just to give us temporary, a small breathing moment, but I don't know yet.
You know what I forgot to resolve too? Sir Winston's genius idea to petrify the initial cultist. He has to roll me a Constitution saving throw versus a 13 or petrify. He petrifies. He is stoned forever. Goodbye. Forever sleep. That's the initial cultist that was hit by the basilisk.
In the top right corner there?
Yeah, right by the gong.
The one we all ignore.
Because the first turn you're restrained, and the next turn you have to roll another saving throw, and if you fail that one, you're petrified. Still unpetrified. Which is super. Because even they serve a purpose on this battlefield. Still my little snack packs.
Does Hissy have its own initiative or anything?
It acts after or before with Sir Winston's initiative, essentially, is what we improvise on the spot here.
Because I know we use it. Did we use him the last 2 turns?
Sir Winston gets to choose whether he's sort of like the pet, like a ranger's pet, right? It's one less thing on my initiative roll. It's sort of like Sir Winston's mount too. He gets to decide whether or not he gets to use them. And I figured with the fruit, he's gonna be charmed by him, so he gets to make that call.
No, I didn't use them. I didn't really think about it. I was just trying to break free of the grapple.
I mean, you effectively got rid of one whole cultist, which is pretty dope. I didn't foresee that. Hissy mixed there a lot.
Hoping next time I can use my counter charm to help us out, but it only works for one turn is the problem, so it gives everyone advantage for one turn on saving throws.
Might be more than enough. It's just a DC 17 to save against it. Yeah. Oh, I need to apply darkness on the map. I didn't want to do that during combat because that's way too much for me to juggle. But I'll apply it now.
I was thinking about casting darkness to try and blind Jeesh, and hopefully Winston could escape. But I guess she can see through it because her caster did not care to cast it right next to her.
Najesh is dead. What are you talking about?
Oh wait, who's the Oh right, you guys killed her. Who's the
It's fine. He wasn't there, dude.
That's right. That's right.
Who's this tall woman?
Ninia.
The snake woman.
Ninia, the sister of the prisoner you guys slew back in the prison. They found a whole bunch of documents in Najesh Manor that talked about it. It doesn't matter who she was, anyways. I mean, she is this now. She is the Anathema, the divine avatar of the Cloak Serpent.
I was thinking of trying to blind her with darkness when I wanted to get over to a Winston, but I guess she can see through it because her caster did not care to cast it right next to her.
I mean, that's a guess. You're correct. Centered upon her. There we go. Let's do this. Darkness. That should be good for next session. Hopefully that's not gonna make you guys lag too much if I do darkness on a map like this. I can make it not animated if that makes it better for you guys.
That would help.
I guess we'll figure it out. Alrighty. I mean, like, if you guys want, you can give me pros, cons about session, any feedback, you know, the usual stars and wishes, but I won't force it upon you guys if you don't want to. You get just ready to go to sleep, that's fine.
I think everything
That's cool.
went fine. I think everyone did a really good RP session, was involved. If anything, I would give it. I'll give a star to Julian for figuring out the door, knowing it's electric, getting the bomb, charging in, and taking some aggro and everything.
I say star to Winston for having the patience to hold back at the big door for stealth.
That did take a lot.
I would also give another one if
I
I'm
mean,
able to
Winston. Why are we not just getting in there? I mean, all this
because your assassin wants to
strategy.
Assassinate, yeah.
Just get in there and get her done.
Like I said, gold star for Winston for patience.
You said make another one to who?
I was gonna give it to Winston. He's just been taking a huge beating, but he's still standing, so his tenacity is admirable.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I still have another polymorph ready for you just in case, and then I know Riot has polymorph too. So
I'm pretty
More
okay. So Winston and the team's gonna have to have a conversation. I'm starting to not want to be a freaking primate.
You don't.
Most of my life.
a beast for you.
You can deny the spell then when it's being cast on you.
Technicalities, I get it, but in character, in session, immersion. This ape thing is just a little too much for me.
Can someone send me the link to the beast table so I can take a look at them?
No, you can look at the pinned messages in the Discord. That's where I pinned it for Riot. It's the same.
Oh, it's pinned?
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Pin.
if you... Yeah.
No more monkey.
And I could refuse it. However, what are my options? Get beat to death or turn into an ape. So I chose
No.
ape.
Oh no, and I'll let you know in advance, Tom, about what other ones I'm looking at, so you can have a stat block ready for them.
Yeah. Well, herein lays the sort of counterpoint to what you were saying before, the whole, like, why don't we just, like, charge in, open a door, and just go? Because when you open a door and just go without a plan, that's how you end up restrained, dragged away, isolated, and killed. Whereas stuffing in, leaning in toward the strengths of each class in the party, the assassin will assassinate, the rogue will sneak in. Hopefully the rogue will act before he becomes uninvisible. But, shit happens. Everybody leaning toward their strengths to gain as much advantage toward what is effectively a very disadvantageous on purpose situation for you guys. You guys are in the hive's heart right now, striking at the very core at this entity, channeling all the might of a betrayer god, arm of the betrayer weapon. Welcome to the top of tier 2, essentially. The what it is to be challenged at level 8, essentially. If you're going without a plan, if you're just charging in, then the game's tough and the game will beat you. You had a very good call with the Ring of Red Fury to get out of grapple. That was amazing. This session was especially hard because you're down a teammate too. That makes it that much more harder too. But yeah.
Understood. Yeah.
She can, if you don't want to, she can drop the polymorph spell once you're back in safety, and you can. Yeah.
Let's take a step back here.
Sure.
So, the impatience and tenacity to just dive in—that's an in-character personality of Winston, and he did hold back for the sake of strategy. Trusts Big Mama's plans, so he took a step back. All I was saying is when I said don't see why we can't just rush in, that's a Winston thing, not a out of player thing. So that's an in-character thing. Also, the ape thing, another in-character thing. That's all.
Sounds good. Julian, do you still have one of the medals of merit?
I do.
Session 49, dude.
It's the muscle one.
Fucking use it. Give it to Winston or something.
What does that do? Boy. What does it do?
You squeeze it to get advantage. Yeah.
Gives you advantage on strength checks and stuff.
Oh gee. Here I am corrupting my soul. And all I had to do is squeeze a little muscle.
Squeeze a metal.
Well, are you corrupting your soul? Did you make the check? We used the bonus action. Did you make the?
No, I did not. I got to roll charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just. What is it, like DC of
20?
20 or some shit. Yeah. Like I'm gonna pass that. How do you do it? Let me see here. I'll just roll it. Where's my character sheet? Open it up real quick.
Is it the same DC if I roll a natural 1 with the dagger? Oh shit, you passed.
Yeah, you passed. See? You have a +7. Have confidence in yourself. There you go. No problem. You just have that effect on you for the next, minute? I'll put that on the same counter as I have for the BBG's haste spell. Which is a reminder for you guys who already saw haste in action with Melina. What happens when my boss drops it is I lose a whole fucking turn.
Yeah, getting hits on is the hard part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Riot will be freshly rejuvenated, some more spell casting. Yeah, we just gotta try to figure out how to, I don't know, Actually, getting fairy fire or some kind of spell on her would be dope.
I'll tell you straight up, you need to use every single advantage you guys have in your group, every single one for this fight to work out in your favor.
Yeah.
I am not rolling to kill you guys, but if you don't use your character sheets for this fight, if it's everybody's just casting cantrips and stuff, and then things drop,
Hey man.
it's like it's gonna be really tough. Yeah.
Hey man.
I'm not blaming you. It is funny though. What you initially said on your first turn, that's all I do. I bonus action dash. I was like, okay, they're fucking what's his face? I bonus action dodge. You know.
Oh, I didn't mean that as a dig for the fairy fire thing either. That was just just something that came to mind like that. I still have.
Does Julian still have fairy fire for today?
I do.
Cool. Well, that's good. As soon as
have-
he's out of there, out of danger, so he doesn't get fucking hit, turn one and drop it. You know, that would fucking suck.
Yeah, I have entangle.
I can. You know what? Next time you're gonna become a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
she found the next best thing below monkey.
Dinosaur.
So
She found a dinosaur.
perhaps we should sit down around campfire and express. Stop turning me into things. In the spirit of, I have abilities that I can't use while I am polymorphed. I can heal myself. I can do a number of things that I cannot do while polymorphed. So if you want to get me out of danger, dimension door, cloak,
Divine
or something like
health.
that.
Harness divine power. I was just looking to see what Winston has, because I'm sure he has.
I can use a channel divinity with a smite to heal myself.
Yeah.
And then I got a few points in my
This
reservoir.
bitch burned one of my scrolls with a counterspell.
Yeah. Well, I can't meta, right? I'm just seeing you cast a spell. I'm like, they are on the lookout. I was like, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be on the lookout for counterspelling. Anything is going to threaten the Anathema. They don't know if you're casting Fireball or Firebolt.
Oh, I know what we can turn right into when we go into the water. We can just turn him into a sperm whale. Right there.
We can turn him into a sperm.
Sperm whale.
Just a sperm.
Why do Oath of Glory paladins get magic? Oh, magic weapon. I read magic missile. I was like, why did you get magic missile? Magic weapon makes more sense.
Deflection.
Oh, nice. You also get guiding bolt. Neat. But of course, why would
That's
you
a
use
cool spell.
any of that if you have smites? You have,
True.
you have enhanced ability. That can be fucking useful for you for your strengths.
Why would you cast
sure.
any of your spells when you have smites? I played a paladin once. I tried casting.
Next level, he gets haste. Once he levels up, he'll get haste. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah, that'll
amazing.
be dope. That'll be dope.
Yeah.
You're gonna get yourself killed with that
I'm just looking at like he's a paladin. He's like the tank,
If
and
we survive.
and every time I fight Winston as a frontliner, I'm like, I'm beating him up a little bit, like too. Like I feel like either I'm doing something wrong or we're missing something. No, or whatever it is.
Winston's just getting unlucky. Like his AC isn't
Maybe.
even low, right?
No, it's not at all.
A lot of unluck. A lot of unluck, for sure.
Isn't his AC like 20?
I mean, plate armor. No, 19.
19.
But yeah.
19? Decent AC. Like when you roll to attack me, what you roll, a 13 and an 11 or something like that? Like it's not like my 2 points of higher AC.
The thing is that
why I'm not getting hit.
Most paladins you're used to seeing have shields. Winston is like a two-hander, like kind of paladin.
Yeah.
He's like a hit hard. So he doesn't have a +2 from a shield, so that's like another 10% that he's gonna get hit. Sort of breaking bounds a little bit with monsters, but you know. And then like, unlike you guys, he doesn't have like a cloak of protection or ring protection or whatever, like, you know. So he sacrifices his ult for like massive damage, because when he hits hard. He hit by dragon for like 75 damage in the first round. He's like, he and Julie Gilia are both like carrying this party with damage, to the point where I have to add like 100 HP to my bosses sometimes, just like so they don't die like turn one. But that being said, when it's not my bosses, it's my fucking sentinels. Like Julie Gilia just sniped that guy in the first round and was like, well, he was one of the elite guards, I guess fuck him. And then the other one just died next turn. I was like, all right, well.
So Winston is great so long as he doesn't almost die on the first turn. Otherwise, he gets turned into ape.
Well, there has to be other ways. I get what Anthony's saying. You don't want to lose all your character's abilities and just your racial traits, your class traits. All that gets lost as soon as you get polymorphed. And nobody wants to play monkey punch. It's boring. I get it.
Well, let's get him to safety because he's still frightened, isn't he?
No, he's a paladin. I think he's. I don't you have like advantage against frightened. Didn't you like save turn 1?
No. I failed the save. And in order for me to get that to remove that frightened, I would have to use like protection against good and evil or heroism.
Or end of your turn.
At like level 10, he gets like Aura of Courage, is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have that aura yet.
Orders, there's an oath that you. Yeah, I remember in Curse of Strahd we had one. We had a paladin. Was your paladin, Julian? Who had the?
He was Vengeance.
Oh, he was Vengeance, so he had a level 10 ability. Okay.
Aura of Courage is one of those like just standard. All paladins get it at
Neat.
level 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so if we can just get Winston to safety where he can get like not risk of insta death, then I have no problem letting the polymorph go.
Not insta death.
He can get back to it.
Not insta death.
And I got that supreme healing potion too.
Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
I meant more like, can I release my concentration as a reaction?
You can release a concentration as a free action. It doesn't cost an action to release concentration on a spell.
But I meant, do I have to do it on my turn, or can I hold it to
No,
Winston's
you
turn?
don't have to do it on your turn. Fun fact.
Okay, so which means I can hold it until Winston's turn so he can do his shit.
And then you can just drop it, yeah.
There we go. That's some planning ahead. I like it.
Or at least that's how it works in Baldur's Gate 3, and frankly, I like it as a DM, so I use it.
Well, because the main thing for me is because Winston goes right before me. So if I let it go on my turn, basically a whole round of play goes before it's Winston's turn.
The theory behind that is that you're holding an action to use a reaction to drop a spell, but because dropping a spell is a free action, none of that applies. I guess. Anyway, we're overcomplicating it. The point is, you can drop it anytime you want. Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
Yep.
So maybe Winston, you can kind of work with that, knowing that your next turn, Nia, if you're feeling up to it, Nia can drop it at the beginning of your next turn, so you can get whatever healing you can do for yourself. If you feel confident in your position on the map that you're not gonna die, we can definitely work that out.
For sure. Yeah, we can strategize together. Come up with a plan. I'll tell you what. My main plan, most important, is protecting Hissy McStairs a lot, because Hissy McStairs a lot here is looking pretty banged up, and with the other crew coming through the door, I want to make sure that nobody hurts my little pal here.
The thing about the Anathema boss, and you've observed this, so I can say this, is that it's not partial to who it attacks. It attacks both serpent folk, reveling cultists, and you guys, and the basilisk, and betraying spore servants, and the rivals. It attacks everybody. So, yeah. I just sort of roll dice in the background to see who I'm hitting every turn.
Well, that was awesome. We'll see you next week. Tom, I'll see you on Friday.
Yep. Happy wedding.
Yay.
Are you
gonna be there on Friday to help set up, or are you just there
After
Saturday?
work, after 3 p.m.
Okay. We'll see you Friday.
See ya.
Alright. Night, everyone.
Alright, good night,
Night.
man.
I need to thin out combat a little bit. I feel like this session, it was fun for me, but combat slogs a little bit, I guess, when I have a lot of character sheets. Like on one hand, I have a
The
big call.
explosion did wonders to get rid of
that
so many
explosion
of them.
did wonders though too.
Yeah.
As soon as that bomb went off and everyone was failing, and I'm just like, yes, Tom is happy because he's not gonna have to deal with all these character sheets.
Yeah. But I also want you guys to be happy, so I'm not dragging combat too much. I'm trying to run as fast as possible, but also... Here's the thing, when I rush certain sheets, I overlook what they have, and I So I overlook abilities altogether, like spells I can do, reactions I can do. And I don't run the NPC to their full potential.
Yeah, I don't want to rush combat. Like, I know sometimes it can be a slog. Like, I remember when a couple times in Curse of Strahd and even here, where it was a very combat-heavy session. But if we start going over, this is just my take. Like, if we go a little bit too fast, or we're trying to hurry it up and be like, oh, okay, well, this, and that, it loses some of the momentum and like the veracity behind it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's engaging. If it's like, do you remember when we were in the water temple in Curse of Strahd?
Yep.
And Zavik could not break the grapple of that sea creature, and then vice versa, and it went back and forth for like literally like 4 or 5 rounds.
Chools are something else, man. That's ridiculous.
No, I know, but
I was like, I'm never running this monster again. This is horseshit. Like, I don't like this combat.
I would say that's really the only time where it's like, okay, let's just hurry this up. He's on his last limbs. You have a full hit pool or hit dice or whatever. Fuck it, you kill him, and it's that. Like, that would be the only time I'd say, like, that's cool. Like, we can hurry that up. Because going 4 or 5 rounds back and forth was just like, oh, Jesus Christ. But everything else, like, it's engaged. Like, it's an evolving battlefield. It's like, shit, like, okay, she turned, she's strong, okay, we can see what she can do, we know a little bit about the enemy, now we're gaining knowledge, we're helping each other out, people are hurt or they're succeeding. It's cool. I like it.
I'm glad.
But yeah, also killing a ton of the cultists, like, did help a ton.
Yeah.
It helped us and it helped you.
Yeah,
it helped everyone. So I'm happy.
Yeah. But be it Jolt or the Anathema, the same thing. The Anathema has a constrict attack, right? So if you escape on your turn and you don't gain distance, it will attack you with constrict again. So it's like sort of same deal, where even if you get out, you're back in. You have to be very careful. That's where sort of incapacitating targets gets in play here, right? You have to incapacitate. You have to. I cast haste first round because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna trade off having an extra attack, but I'll lose the turn. I'll incapacitate myself and give him an opportunity to strike against an incapacitated boss. Because again, you guys need like every advantage you can take with this fight. So I just try to strategize. I just had way too many enemy types initially. I'm glad you guys removed some of them. Yeah. I was like, what if I give my elite sentinel? It's like, it doesn't matter. They don't get to use it because they die off the bat.
Fucking dead.
Yeah. Yeah, but Anathema hits hard.
Julian, how many whiskeys are you on? 4? 7?
No, I only had one more glass during the session.
Okay.
So 4.
Nice. Right on.
I'll have to have the rivals rule against that fear effect of the Anathema as well when they enter. Then rule their initiative and stuff. Well, I know, as I said, it's always a competition, and especially this, I like this fight here, because it's like, yeah, there's a boss Anathema, but also there's like the rival 6, who are the real threat of this fight, really. Fun stuff.
Hmm.
And there was the Shroud of Stinky.
Shroud of Stinky Crimson.
I'll point out this one thing, because I was kind of worried about that happening when Megan was putting like things in the backpack, like willy-nilly, like the shroud just in the backpack, like all that, or when Will just put the pyrite little figurine from sewers in his bag. I want to try and avoiding like people just putting things in their bag and then forgetting about them for like the rest of the session. But at the same time, like, I'm the DM, I need to let the players just play and make their own mistakes, I guess, right? But I don't know if That's what I should be doing. That's why I sort of ask you guys, like, do you guys want my little DM hint about like one of the items you guys are sort of forgetting about? Just to see, so at least you put it on if you don't know what it does.
It doesn't hurt, because I think most of the time when we find magic items, most people know that it's like, okay, you know, like, okay, this is how I interpreted it. Oh, it looks like a cape. All the other capes that we have require attunement, so I'm going to use the knowledge that I have and be like, okay, there's a pretty good chance that we have to attune to it, but we got a lot of stuff going on, we don't have the hours, so let's do it later.
Yeah, but that's based on fallacy, because take the Cape of the Mountebank, for example, who does not require attunement, or the Cape of Protection that does not require attunement. Cape of Protection?
Well, yeah, wait, no, the Mountebank has to have thing. We talked about that, because first of all, I think it didn't, and we were like, yeah, if we just give it to everyone will just be zipping around all day. So I thought it was required.
It can only be used once per day, doesn't matter who uses it. Once it's used, it cannot be used till next dawn, but anybody can use it. So it does not require attunement, and I did establish that with Megan, and I'm establishing it again with you guys, since apparently it wasn't heard by everybody, that it does not. I made a decision in chat and later in 2 sessions ago that it does not require attunement, just like it is written, because I looked over it and it's like it's a once a day ability. It's not mediocre in the sense of the world, but there's no need for it to occupy your attunement slot, because that doesn't make sense. Once you use it, you can just then disattune from it, and that's like very video gamey. It's just like, well, I unequip it and I equip something else.
Yeah, I get
just use it once and then wait for it to be usable again the next day.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's just like, okay, we see a magic item, it's a little bit larger or whatever, so a lot of people just assume. Yes, it's assuming, but it's at the same time, players are just using the knowledge that they have and have gained from the session, the game, and overall their career in D&D. So, but I mean, if it's like, oh, well, hey, like, this might be a cool little thing if you just kind of check it out or whatever. I think what you did is fine. It keeps players engaged. It keeps the game fun. That's the whole point we play, is to have fun. So, I think it's fun.
I just keep asking myself, like, what would I do if I was at the table sort of thing? I remember I was playing with a DM who would hand me just cards with, like, drawings on them of what the magic item looks like. He's like, here you go, experiment. Because I didn't have an identify. I didn't have anything. I didn't have an hour. But this item, like, it's like, it does not require attunement, and I was like, I'm gonna try different things with it till something works. And I remember I got like this like little bird figurine where if I toss it up in the air and I catch it, I get fly for like 10 minutes. I was like, that's cool. That was fun. That was fun discovering items like that. And sometimes DMs will even just give players like, yeah, that's how you activate it. Like, you discovered how it works. Totally, that's absolutely how that works. Sure. Also, yeah, I mean, like, Nick, regarding the shroud too, I'm like, I gave it to Winston because I don't want Anthony to get upset that his character dies a lot or whatever. I noticed that he gets down a lot, so I was like, here's an item that'll help you with that. Put it on a fight, discover what it does, you know?
Yeah.
And
fine.
That would be like a nice plot, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tailoring items
clue to what it does.
I think is fine.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick, do you already know what it does?
No, I have no idea.
None of you can know what it does. It's my item. I started homebrewing everything because too much metagaming hanging on around these parts. I don't like it. Ain't right. I get it. Like, Will is a fan of Critical Role, but every time I introduce anything Critical Role related, it's like, oh, I know what it is. I'm like, that's nice for you, I guess. I was gonna have it a surprise, but yeah. So I stopped doing that. Fan service. Alrighty then.